You gotta match my energy, man.
Good morning.
No.
Welcome to ASMR Radio.
Oh my God, no.
Where we will clinkety-clack our nails and chew on cucumbers.
Can you hear that?
We can. Stop.
And for the second hour, it will be a mukbang Monday, where we slurp down 40 pounds of ramen.
Good morning. Welcome to the podcast, episode 0. This is going to serve as kind of like a in-between what we used to do, known as... I don't even know if we could say that legally on anything that we're monetizing.
Well, we kept the name.
Did we?
I think they gave us the name.
I think they told us we could. We just couldn't say where we were from.
They gave us the name conditionally.
Oh, all right. Well,
remember?
Well, we can just bleep that out.
Yeah, we'll get to that. There's so many bleeps happening already.
But just have the bleep button ready.
Yeah,
just have it on standby.
We're gonna need a lot of those. Anyways, good morning. Welcome to episode 0 of the podcast, which I said is gonna serve as a transition from the old us to the new us.
That's
now,
right.
what does that mean? We are transitioning. We're gonna do a DIY transition. We got a lot of tools in the near vicinity. We're gonna snip it up. And we're going to go for it.
We're going to snip it up?
So, yeah.
During the transition?
Yeah, we're transitioning.
We even have toilet paper in case we S the bed.
I'm so
it's
proud
very
of
nice.
you guys for doing this transition. I think it's really bold.
It is.
Really brave.
It is brave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We even have something that rhymes with schlong that you can get high on.
Yeah,
oh!
There is. If you want to get high, you just do that.
You can get high on schlong.
Because that's okay. You can get high on schlong. It's a big, hard schlong.
Yeah.
And you just put it up to your mouth like this.
Yeah.
It's a mouthful for sure.
Like that.
Oh, thank God.
Mm-hmm. I know. Anyways, good morning, Elliot.
Good morning, Drew.
Good morning, Jams.
Good
morning, bar breast Jess. Don't step over him.
When you were saying good morning, I thought you were about to say Jess.
Yeah. Are you just Jess now?
I don't know. Do I have a name?
We can still call you bar breast Jess.
I don't know, but
I think we should just call you like an alias now, like Phyllis.
Just a completely different name.
Phyllis, Johnny, and Steve. Just like 3 randos.
I really like that. Call me Phyllis from now on.
All right, Phyllis. We got Phyllis over there. We got Jams right there.
Mm-hmm.
We got Drew Hyatt right here. Podcast, episode 0. So we're going to get into it. Now, if you are familiar with our previous work, it's going to be much the same, but new. It's going to be a little bit different as well. So we do not have the FCC kind of guiding what we're doing here a little bit. So we do have the ability to cuss if we want to, which we will address a little bit later on. And also the question of what the hell happened? What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
Well, we can always sit here and speculate, so we'll do that a little bit later on. But I felt like it would be a good thing after all this work in the holiday season on a forced vacation that we put all this together to try to start something new, something bold, something fresh for Fresno and the world, pretty much, because now we're easily, I guess, found? I don't know. It's hard to say.
You just type in somebody's name, your address pops up. It's crazy.
It's disgusting.
Hence the reason why we call him Jams.
Yeah.
And not Elliot, don't call me Cams, Jams.
Yeah, sneak in a voice modulator for this part.
I don't even know how to do it yet. I know how to
do this.
I hate that.
Why do you hate it?
That's going to be
Why do you
something
only
we
get
don't
it?
do.
I think I could give it to you, too.
Yeah, give it to me.
All right, hold on. I got to figure out how to do it.
We'll figure it out.
Listen, man, it's new equipment.
Editor, voice modulate me right there. Timestamp that's right there.
Hold on, I could do God. Like, Elliot,
Oh,
this is God.
My
That's
son.
God? I thought the other one was God.
Elliot, this is God.
That's an angry God. They're very similar.
This is the nicer God?
I heard your prayers for extra inches. The answer is no.
It's all right. I would be horrible with them.
Hey, Elliot,
Be really hard to sit down with extra inches.
if
you
you
know?
sign this contract, I could give you extra inches.
Oh, so that's the devil.
No,
I guess that's the devil.
no, because he's gonna put inches in your butt, and then it's gonna be a whole thing.
Yeah, no.
He's like, you asked for it. And I was like, no, I didn't. He's
Well-
like, that's the safe word.
Why
so
can't
we're
why-
not joining the Illuminati then?
The question is, why can't the devil always just come through on his promises? It's always like some messed up thing. Yeah, like Elliot said, I want extra inches, because that's what he says all the time, right? All
He's
the time.
always complaining about how he just needs more inches.
More inches,
Yeah.
right? And I think that the people around his vicinity also ask for him to have more inches.
Yeah.
And the devil will be like, yeah, sure. Just sign this contract. You sign it, and then all of a sudden, inches up your butt. It's like,
Exactly.
that's not what I asked for, man.
No, that's
That's
why
not what I asked for.
That's why you need an attorney around at all times, so he can
yes.
read them.
You read the contract.
It's like, but this contract's in Latin. It's like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Good thing I read Latin.
Anyways, let's go around and talk about what we've been doing. I've missed you guys so
Missed
horribly.
you so much.
I've missed you so much, and I've missed Cam's because here's my new impression of Elliot Cams. You want to see?
Yeah.
This is a good one.
'Kay.
Okay. This is me on the other end. I'm
Yeah.
calling him.
Yeah.
And then this is what he does.
Yeah.
He just puts the phone down. That's what Elliot Cams
Okay.
does.
What have I told you?
What?
Do not blow him up. I've told you
I'm
this.
not blowing him
I've
up.
told you this.
Okay,
There've
hold
been
on.
some blow up days.
No.
There's been some blow up days.
In the first couple days after the forced vacation, sure, maybe there was like a, hey, call me back, right? But like, I'll just send him a text and he'll just go, no, and then nothing. He's dead. You've been dead. Where have you been?
I've been in the darkness retreats. It's been really nice. Oh, I gotta write that down. That's what I watched too. Been a lot of random stuff I've watched.
Is that all you've been doing? Is like watching TV?
No, I've been applying, and also trying to get unemployment going, which is a nightmare.
Oh, I can imagine.
It's a
that's
nightmare.
going to be a problem.
Well, and they do this fun thing now where they'll send you the same letter 3 times, and you've mailed it 3 times, and then they'll send you the same letter for a 4th time,
Mm-hmm.
and you just don't get benefits.
Wait, what?
Yeah. It's I've done everything. I've done everything and then some, and I haven't seen a dime yet. So unemployment is fun.
So wait. They keep on sending you back the same claim? Like, oh.
It's not even the same claim. It's literally a same copy of a continued claim because I've already done all the paperwork. So they just keep sending you the same thing and sign here and mail it here. So I've mailed the same letter 3 times to get no response.
Have you tried to call someone?
You get the whole like, if you're looking for this claim, please press 1.
Yeah, no,
Standby.
I'm looking for one of the 7 claims I
Literally.
put in.
Your now standby time is an hour 45 minutes. Okay.
Well, and not being able to like speak to a live person these days, infuriating.
No, so I'm sure because I think it finalized on the 10th, like the Monday after. So I think it takes 2 weeks. So I'm hoping with the holidays, maybe they're just backed up or something.
A lot of firing during the holidays.
Honestly,
A lot of good old American bosses going around going like, hey, you know what's a good present for your holiday
You're
season?
fired.
You're fired. It was funny. Jess was talking about how one of our bosses came in. They're like, oh, we're announcing MCR. You're going to be so stoked. Yeah, and you're fired.
I know.
They're like,
I was
oh,
like,
shit.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh my god!
No.
The funniest thing is they announced that, and I don't know if we were allowed to say it. I don't know if we still are, but Lincoln Park is doing a show.
yeah.
And, same place, Dodger Stadium,
Yeah.
Queens of the Stone Age. Awesome show.
Yeah, what a
Yep.
show, dude.
Seriously,
What a show.
like
Yep.
a can't miss show. And I was like, you don't try to use your power to be like, can you just forget a
You
ticket, a
don't?
pair
Right.
of tickets?
Oh
I
my
try,
God.
I try not to, only if it's for the serious shows. That was a serious show, and I was planning like, I'm gonna ask this for Christmas.
Yeah.
and,
Hey, you can make a couple of calls or something.
and you've been let go.
And you're like,
I'm
oh.
all right. I was like, well, can I still get those tickets?
Yeah,
no,
dude, parting
okay.
gift?
Please.
Please?
This just was really unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And
was
then
rough.
Jess also very much so pushed her weight around to get concert tickets and stuff.
Every time. Yeah, I don't see why
But-
not.
No, the future of this program, what this is, which all will be revealed. Remember, this is a transition show. This is episode 0, not one, episode 0. I have plans to get giveaways going and stuff like that, so we can have some things for our fans, our followers, our viewers now, our listeners, and all the likes.
It
So
should just be one random thing in our garage. Like we pick one random thing in a
Just-
garage.
just-
We don't like it could
you
be
want some old shears, like cutting shears?
like it could be like rather than a pair of shoes, it could just be the one shoe.
Or like
And
my
then they
car.
got to try and tune in next time for the next shoe.
Ooh, or we
and
can
then we
get,
don't give it.
Oh, I got something for your car.
What?
Wait, we're gonna get to that. Okay, because that's messed up, dude.
It's so bad.
Should we just do it right now?
Yeah.
What happened to your car, Jess?
Well, so many things have happened to my car, but the day that we got canned,
Yeah.
someone hit me and ran. So
Okay, hold on. Let me tell this story.
okay.
So, right before we got canned, because obviously that's going to come up a lot, at least in this episode, and then we're never going to talk about it again. When we got canned, I was in the parking lot with Eddie because on air, Elliot came on with a really good idea about, we were riffing on it about beating the shit out of your car with like
Yeah.
a bat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just bashing the hell out
Just
of it.
bashing the hell out of it and charging tickets to help you get enough money for a down payment on a new car.
Mhm.
I called Jess. Jess is like, I'm in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
Well, and then
this is a great idea.
didn't Sparkles offer to help?
Yes. Yeah. That
Yeah.
Sparkles was going to offer up Hobbs to
Mhm.
us, try to get it working with the bosses, get a band out there, get beer to make it like a whole event, right? Maybe
Mhm.
even do Jess
Yeah,
Fest.
Jess
because-
Fest.
Yeah, because beer and metal bats is always the combination
Honestly-
that doesn't have a lawsuit written all over it.
As long as no one gets in the way, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sober, so I'll be like the ref, right?
Yep.
So I was excited. I was
Yeah.
like, man, this is great. Me and Elliot walk in. I'm like, get Hambo. All right, get Hambo because we got to talk. This is a great idea.
Yeah, it's never a good sign when there's two bosses already waiting for you
in
in any room.
In a
any
conference room.
well, in any room for that
yeah.
matter.
But also, why wasn't I? They couldn't have waited till I got there.
I don't think so.
Like, hello, were they afraid of me?
Yeah, they
were
must be scared.
So scared
They must
of me.
be scared of
Yeah.
you, Jess.
That must be it.
So we walk in, and I was like, dude, I got this great idea. We're going to beat the crap out of Jess's car. Let's go.
The second worst thing you can hear is, "Why don't you take a seat right here?"
So, and they were like, oh, yeah, come on in. I walk into the conference room, and then sitting down are the bosses, and I looked, and I knew immediately.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I
there
go-
was, there was
An air.
an
I
error.
was all, this is exactly what happened. Since we have video now, you can actually see this. I was like, oh, we're getting fired? And then he looks at me and goes like this. I was like, oh, no.
It's
That
been a
was
run.
great idea we just had.
Yeah.
I was like, it was such a
Yeah.
good idea. We're going to beat the crap out of Jess's car. This is going to be so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that pretty much put a damper on
A
the
dent, you could
holidays.
say.
A dent.
A dent.
A dent, you could
Yeah.
say.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
just to add to the many dents
So
on your
what?
car.
Yeah.
What happened with your car? So you.
So it got hit and somebody ran. And
You could see them down the street. They were still running.
and naturally this happens at my apartment complex. So I'm like, there has to be cameras. No.
Right. No.
No.
There. Okay.
There's not. And so I'm like so infuriated. And then I get to work at my salon, and then I get a phone call from you who you forgot to mention that you dreamt that we got fired
Well,
that
I was
same
gonna.
week.
I was gonna talk about it.
Okay.
When we actually talk about this, because we can mention a couple things here, but we'll talk about
get
that
there.
later. So.
But so I thought you were joking. So I'm like, yeah, okay, you're stupid.
Uh-huh.
Whatever. And he's like, no, we
Well-
got fired.
No, she's not painting the picture because we're in the conference room. We're like
We're in the conference
we're
room.
10 feet away from our former bosses, and Jess is like jokingly like
Oh my god, it's so awkward.
she's like, "You're joking. Good
like,
one.
yeah.
You're pulling a prank on me. You're full of you know what." And we're like, we're both emotional right at the
Yeah.
moment, and
They're
Jess
like
is
crying,
like
and
laughing.
I'm like, no.
Jess is like essentially laughing in our face, like, "Good one, guy." We're like, Jess,
It wasn't.
stop it.
It wasn't until one of our bosses is all, Jessica,
Yeah.
they're being serious.
And I was like, oh,
And you're
my
like,
God.
"Ugh."
What? And then I had to like work after that. My poor client was sitting there like,
Poor girl's
what's
getting like her hair
happening?
bleached.
Literally, I'm like, I'm so sorry. I've never been fired before. So that was weird. But then, we carry on. I keep working, and 2 days or 3 days, that Monday, so 3 days after we got canned, my car gets broken into.
Oh my god.
Inside of our complex.
Inside the complex.
Inside of it.
Okay, whoa. So it got hit in the complex
It got
too?
hit. So I was right outside the complex, like right when you turn out of the exit gate.
Yeah.
That's where I got hit. And then a few days later, I'm parked inside the complex, and it gets broken into.
Oh my god.
Bro, you got Kendrick
So,
Lamar level haters right now.
I'm like, okay, wait
I hate
a
the way
minute.
that you walk, the way that you talk, the way that you
Literally.
dress. Your car. I
Yeah.
hate your car.
Yeah.
It's an eyesore. Get
Which
a new
is
one.
really funny because we live in a nicer area and a lot of the cars parked in there are very nice.
Right.
Why am I getting picked on?
Because you're the car.
Exactly.
They're like, oh, we could fuck up that car. It doesn't matter.
That's totally what it is.
Yeah.
I opened my door and thankfully, like, I don't keep anything of value in my car.
Right.
My dad always taught me to keep the doors unlocked so people don't bash your windows in. Just
Oh.
take all your stuff out, let them open your car door, whatever. Take
I
whatever
love
you
that
want.
your dad has a plan of getting robbed. He's like, oh,
Yeah,
you know what
just
you should
in
do?
case.
Leave it unlocked
Leave
for
it unlocked.
I
the
can't-
assholes that want
I
to
can't
steal
wait
your
for
crap.
like one of these days. You're just gonna have a person in there
And
just
it's
sleeping.
I'm gonna be like, oh, well, we have a friend
Like,
that did that.
They have their
so-
own apartment, but like, yeah, but there's something about this car that I just feel really at home with.
I mean, that's pretty much like a home. It's like kind of messy. You know, there's like, it's like a home. There's tampons if you need it. And that's how I knew it got broken into. There was a slew of tampons.
Just everywhere.
all
just
over
thrown
the car.
everywhere.
And I was like, what is happening? And so my next door neighbor, she's so sweet and she's from what she calls the hood. Okay, not my words,
Right.
hers. And she was like, I lived in the hood for 30 plus years and this never happened to
She
me.
was like, yo, dog, I
Yeah.
live in the hood.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that? As they live in one of the most affluent areas in Fresno, Clovis,
Mhm.
she's like, yeah, I'm kind of from the hood now. And
Yeah.
then, but
Yo,
really,
yo, dog.
fix my Nest thermostat for
Yeah,
me.
please,
yeah, I'm
thank
from
you.
the
Yeah.
hood.
Well, she said that. She's like, I finally got my family out the hood and now we're here. And she goes, my car has been broken into 4 times in this complex.
Oh, no way.
And
so
I'm like,
that's not-
oh, okay.
Well, yeah, she lost her street cred.
She did.
She lost.
She
She left the
did.
hood.
Yeah.
So apparently this is just a thing that we go through here. And now this morning, you know, I'm like so excited to be on my way to our first little episode. And my key won't even turn in the ignition.
Oh my god, dude. So
So-
it's done.
It's just resting in peace. I ran inside and I'm like, Zilgies, my car's not turning on. And he was like, well, I'm working, so I don't have time to jump you. And I was like, even if you could, I'm not driving
Him
it.
and like 5 buddies show up,
Just beat the
get
crap
ready to
out of
beat
her.
the hell out of Jess.
We're gonna beat you into our gang,
I
our
know.
lawyer gang.
But babe,
Sign this.
But babe, I can't get the crew over in time to jump you.
I know.
Here, I'm gonna play this for the car.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Put your hand on your heart.
come on. Bye bye, Jess's car.
Did you even name it?
Did you name it?
I did a long time ago.
What was the
I'm
name?
not gonna tell you.
You're not. What was it? What was the
it's
name?
super embarrassing, isn't it?
Oh god, tell me what the
Did
name
you
is.
name it after like a celebrity crush?
No.
You did, didn't you? Oh, after a first boyfriend?
What was the name?
Here's to purity. You were once pure, and now you're dead.
I am still pure.
No, you're pure and alive. The car, not so much. It's been 8 ways for Wednesday, and it is done. Say bye-bye, sayonara to that car.
Who's gonna buy me a car? Help!
Well, that's gonna be even harder now.
I know.
You know.
I hate it here.
Yeah.
I say you invest in a moped.
Do you want me to die? I might
But-
as well just drive
Okay,
my
but think
honker.
about how cutesy wootsy you would be pulling up to your salon in
That
a
is
moped.
pretty, in like a little helmet with like little spikes on it.
Yeah,
you know,
with
like
your-
a goth helmet.
with your
you know?
pumpkin spice. Nom nom noms.
You're
my
like
God.
getting off.
Little-
You'd be like
Little-
from a movie, like one of those indie movies where like the chick has like a little, you know, she's like a badass chick, like a, what is that, Garden State, where they're on the moped.
Okay, that was a 20-year-old throwback.
Oh, wait. You don't like Garden State?
I've never
it's
even heard of
fine.
that.
You've never seen Garden? Oh, yeah, it's you.
Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah, you've never seen
I mean,
it
if you're
either.
talking what, Zach Braff?
Yeah.
If you're talking Zach Braff, it's Scrubs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
but-
maybe Chicken Little.
But.
Chicken Little?
No.
Underrated
Uh-uh.
movie. Underrated
No.
Disney
Zach
movie.
That movie
Braff is in
sucks.
Chicken
Producer,
Little?
yay or nay, underrated.
Oh, he
Yeah.
thumbs
Well, what
down
does he
you.
know?
Chicken Little, no.
What does he
bueno.
know?
What does he know? He doesn't even get his name brought up. You know what? Bleep your name again.
You'll get there. Trust me. Trust me, you'll get there.
No,
All right?
timestamp this. Bleep
You know-
your name a third time.
You know, this is a good time to bring this up because one of my favorite things about our old show was that I was technically Jams's boss. So for me, I'm playing this.
Mm.
My hand across your heart. Oh, me being the authority over Jams is no longer here, and I'm sad.
I mean, we got fired together.
I know.
Is there much authority in that?
I mean, but there was. There was.
Was there?
Was there a lot of this? Elliot, can I have your coffee, please?
God.
And Elliot, can you clean up? I can't do that anymore. I'm sad. I think that's what I'm most sad about, actually.
Notice how I dropped my hand from my heart.
Listen, Elliot, that was one of my favorite things about that show was being your boss, and I'm no longer your boss. That makes me sad. Does that not make you sad?
Not in the slightest.
I think in a weird way you liked it.
No.
Oh
It's
yeah.
quite actually the most irritating thing about,
Oh no, you
about
loved
my
it.
job is it would be this every morning. So I'd bring in 2 coffees for me because I also need coffee to function. It just comes with
Right.
the 4:45 a.m. alarm clock.
Yeah,
that
that's
we don't
true.
have anymore.
No.
Yeah. And so I would save it in my little bag and I'd look at it. I would yearn for it. I'd be like, "Ooh, look at that. My Pete's coffee, maybe my Starbies." Just excited, itching for it, jonesing for it even. And then Drew, I just had 32 fluid ounces of coffee. Can I have your coffee now?
I just drank a jug of coffee.
I
I
just-
need more caffeine.
I went to
please.
KFC to get a mega jug of coffee. Can I have your coffee now?
KFC?
Yeah, you know those big bucket cups that
Yeah,
they give you?
it would come with a bucket
Dude,
handle.
I had to piss in one of those one
Shut
time.
up.
I tell you this story? Okay. So I went to KFC. I can't remember why I was even there.
Because they got great potato wedges.
Yes, but I was getting like a bucket of chicken. This is like 2 decades ago.
That's so disgusting.
Probably the last time I've been to KFC.
Yeah. I ordered a big jug of like soda. I ordered a large. I didn't know it was like a fucking jug.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So I'm going as I'm driving. I have to piss so bad, like so bad. And I'm like, dude, look to my right. We got the jug. Let's rock. I pour it out. Now, you know how like there's signs from God that tells you, hey, this is what's going to happen if you do this.
Yeah.
And it gives you like a little teaser, like
Yeah.
maybe be careful. I'm on the freeway. I put the cup out, the jug, and I go like this, and it just, and it goes to the side, but some of it comes back and slaps me in my face. And I'm like,
Hit you with the Uno reverse
Yeah.
card.
didn't even think about it. I pull out my schlong and I piss in this bucket and I do the same thing and just piss just goes like this. Boof! Like all in my face.
Shut your mouth.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, that's how stupid I
I
was.
would've
Why didn't
offed
you go over the
myself.
top?
Like this, like behind?
Like-
because I was stupid. I
Like,
wasn't
sure,
thinking.
it's going to be on the hood of your car, but I mean, you're never going to notice that anyway. Just throw it over the top.
Now, Elliot,
Drew?
anything new?
No.
What's new?
Not much, man. I've been golfing a little more. That's been pretty rad.
Good.
Martin's in town. The broski's in town, so just been spending time with the fam bam a bit. My cousins got in yesterday for Crease Me, so saw those knuckleheads a bit. I really haven't. One thing I've actually found I've really enjoyed is just not being on social media anymore. I'm maybe on it for like 10 minutes a day. Like I might do the classic before bed TikTok, send it to the missus and just be done. Maybe Twitter just to see what news post or what movie's coming out that I'm excited for. I'm barely on like Instagram. I'm not even on Facebook anymore. It's been so nice.
So about that, we're going to have to switch that up, dog. I'm going to need you back on there talking to people.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to have to get you back up on there, get you back on.
No.
You got to get back on that horse, Cams.
That horse sucked.
Yeah, but
It's like that horse from Family Guy where it's got like its eyes going the other way. It's got like a couple of brain cells because it was like half dead. Just started like eating a sugar cube on Stewie's head. Yeah, that horse sucked. I'm not into it.
Okay, so wait. So you don't want to like there's been a lot of people on our socials in the past like 2 weeks being like, "Hey, Elliot, we miss you." And you can't go and say anything to them or
No, there's kind of like a mystery to it now. Like, where did he go?
yeah, where did you go? You've been dead.
There's been this group chat that every morning I wake up, there's 500 notifications from. Ugh. And somebody was like, where'd Elliot go? And it's just been so nice not being in the conversation.
I personally have been really concerned. That's just me.
Yeah, be honest with them. Tell them. I've been really
so
concerned
worried
too.
about you
Why?
because I love you.
Everyone is. Everyone,
love you
we
so
love
much.
you. Elliot, we all love you. Look at what we created to just get you in one spot to talk to you for longer than 30 minutes. This is all for you.
I don't think it is.
We did this
We
for
did
you.
this.
I think this
for
is
you.
I think this is 100% for Drew.
No, it is not. Well, to a degree, yes.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
hold on.
Drew
wait,
doesn't
wait.
do anything that isn't 100% for Drew.
That's bullshit. That is not accurate
I'm
at
not
all.
saying it as a bad thing.
Wait, no. Wait until you get your presents. Tell me that I'm only doing something for me. This is not only for me. This is for all of us. Know why? Because I love you too. And I think what we have is good. And just throwing that away would be a disservice to the literal thousands of people that are asking us to keep on going.
Okay, but have we noticed that the haters I do have are men? Like I've been freaking telling you
There
guys.
was one person, so we don't have a lot of haters, but we're going to talk about that guy, by the way. We're going to talk about him coming up. Trust me, I have his own little thing here. So there was one person yesterday, and we don't have a lot of them. We have like maybe 6, 7 of them on our social medias that float around and talk shit or whatever. There's one person, and it was like, I almost felt like it was like a bot account, but maybe it's a local business. It's like, promoting local events, some shit like that.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, yeah, get back on air so we can listen to what's his name be lost if the dude isn't there, and like what's her lips being all whiny. And I'm like, I was like, okay.
He pretty much got a spot on representation of the show.
Yeah. And
Dang it, he was pretty good.
Yeah,
he knows his stuff.
Well, it was a girl named Meg. And I was like, shut up, Meg.
It probably wasn't Meg, let's be honest.
Exactly. I don't know. You know, some of these people are really bold behind fake accounts. So I'm like, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But
one of the fun things about not being on social media as much, you just don't give them the time of day. It's very nice.
no, I just blocked him. Like, the thing is like, we've been pretty positive about everything.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't been out there being negative or being rude or anything like that to anyone. So, you know, anyone that's saying anything that's just negative for no reason, I'm just getting rid of them. I used to like let him lie, and I'm like, I don't like time for that, because this is not the only thing I do. You know, I run a real estate team. I'm extremely busy right now, like very, very, very busy.
That's
and
good. That's good.
I'm lucky to have that. So I don't have time for anyone that's trying to get in our way. See, you know, we are going to take over the world.
Obviously, world domination.
He doesn't know it yet, but we're going to take over the world. Now, with that being said, where are our intros? Well, here's the thing. When we came in here, we decided that we are not going to use any of the audio that we played on the old show, because I don't want to give anyone an excuse to come knocking on what we created for ourselves, claiming ownership over it. So we are getting all new intros for all of our segments and all of our bits and everything that we do. There's going to be new stuff that's going to be coming to the table. So we don't have it now, but I am going to go into They're Effing Weird, because I have a weird story.
Got a weird guy?
Well, I know you've heard about this, okay? Which is strange. I mean, it's strange because I had to hear this like 85 fucking times over the last couple days. And I'm like, dude, I am so over hearing about the goddamn drones, dude. The drones
the
over
Jersey drones?
The Jersey drones. All right. The large mysterious drones reported flying over parts of New Jersey in recent weeks appear to avoid detection by traditional methods, such as helicopter and radio, according to a state lawmaker briefed Wednesday by the Department of Homeland Security. In a post on the social media platform X, Assemblywoman Dawn Fantasia described the drones as up to 6 feet in diameter and sometimes traveling with their lights switched off. The Morris County Republican was among several state and local lawmakers who met with state police and Homeland Security officials to discuss the spate of sightings that range from New York City area through New Jersey and westward into parts of Pennsylvania, including over Philadelphia. So here's the thing, okay? Everyone is speculating about these drones. And I'm like, okay, if you think it's a national security threat, there are drones that are this big that have like 50 to 100x times zoom lenses, digital lenses, and satellites. If they're trying to get pictures of something, they're not going to put big, bright lights. I swear to God, these drones are probably like hobbyists that are fucking with people that are high. They're like, look, they're writing. Because if you notice, It happened a couple of times. The sighting started to gain steam on social media platforms, like people saying the craziest shit. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's sus. I don't trust the drones, but and then all of a sudden it like tenfold. There's even more drones up there. There's more lights in the sky. After the story started to drop, I'm like, this is someone screwing with people.
Yeah.
Okay, this is not what people are making it out to be.
It's just a distraction.
Also, birds.
Yeah,
Not real.
Not real.
They're already drones.
They are
so
already
why are we
drones.
tripping
Look,
about these?
I don't mean to get heavy, but there's been 2 major incidences in the news that just been kind of brushed to the side since the drones popped up.
Like what?
Luigi
Oh yeah.
and
You mean Daddy? What?
there you go. Nintendo having a hell of a year
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
What do you mean?
Luigi and Diddy. I mean,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
man.
Yeah, Diddy
Their
Kong
their
and
PR
Luigi.
team, their PR team is going in overtime right now, especially now that they're hanging together. Oh, and then the thing in Wisconsin. Yeah, another school shooting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe got glanced over because hey, those drones.
Those
man.
drones. You
Yeah.
know, that is, and I think that a lot of this world is very easily explained and is black and white.
Yeah.
Right?
We overcomplicate
I
it.
think we overcomplicate it because we are always searching for some kind of meaning of some kind. It has to have a deeper, there has to be a deeper reason. And sometimes things are just exactly what they are. And you're right, Jams.
Yeah.
It could be someone literally just trying to steer the news one place so then you are not focusing on the other places,
Yeah.
right? And that happens a lot. If you notice the playbook from some politicians when they're, about to give all of their friends huge tax breaks, or someone got caught insider trading, all of a sudden they go and say some outlandish shit very publicly. So everyone's like, I can't believe you said that. And then they just get away with all of it. It's a distraction.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it works. You know how it works? Because the drones were brought up 30 times in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Like of all
gives a
things, yeah, of all things, why is that the most?
It's in New York. Who cares? That's just another New York story. I mean, like
pretty much. Well,
like-
that in Jersey.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
guess
Jersey.
it was close. It was in vicinity of a military base. I think that's where all the speculation started. But I heard there was a fucking guy that goes on TikTok. Now, keep in mind, this dude has no inside sources or information. He is just speculating on TikTok as if it's a matter of fact and literally says this. I'm going to tell you right now, those drones, they're looking for a nuke that's been missing for like 2 weeks, all right? It came across seas. It's in the United States. And this administration doesn't give a shit. So they're trying to, just gaslight you so you're not thinking about the nuke that's on the loose on American soil.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, first of all speculation. Second of all, if there was a nuke loose, we would very much so give a shit. It doesn't matter who the president is, Republican or Democrat. Very much so you would give a shit. And you know what else they wouldn't do? They wouldn't admit it for everyone to go into mass panic because that's what would happen. If that's really what's going on, which it's not, but if it was, if I was the president, I wouldn't be like, yeah, there's a nuke somewhere.
But if you find it, we'll give you a silver dollar.
Yeah.
I remember back in my day, silver dollar, it was worth 35.40. Yeah, it's great. Everything's great now, guys. I'm in the Amazon. It's awesome.
My favorite soundbite from Biden is where he's like, the people play it on social media all the time. The
Yeah.
30 trillion million billion trillion. I love that soundbite so much, dude. And like the thing is like you can't play anything like that without people going stupid political like in your
Right.
comments, and you're just like, oh god.
Like we don't care about you either.
Yeah, no.
No.
So with our They're Effing Weird story being completed, who knows what the drones are, dude? Who knows? I don't know what they are. They're probably like literally a stoner 3 miles away smoking doobs,
Thinking he's being so funny.
thinking he's being hilarious, and it's
Yeah.
gonna come out and everyone's gonna be like, no, that's a lie, that's a cover-up. I don't think until I get something in front of my face that says otherwise.
Yeah.
Anyways, now stay here. We're gonna come right back here is a word from our sponsors.
This podcast is brought to you by Drew's credit card. Holy crap, Sarah's going to leave him. Please stay tuned to learn about ways you can help save his marriage.
So, what were you saying about Jurassic Park?
Oh, okay, Jurassic Park. No, I've been watching them lately just because I've always thought the idea of the movies are super stupid. Like, hey, let's bring back man-eating dinosaurs.
Why? Wait, hold on. Before we continue, you wouldn't bring back dinosaurs if you could?
Why wouldn't you just bring back the herbivores?
Okay, or none of the above.
But hold on.
Like a stegosaurus isn't going to eat you.
How do you know? We don't know what their behavior
It's an
was. What if
herbivore.
they
Why
were
would you
complete
want-
assholes?
It's an
But why
herbivore.
would you want them to come back? Of
You're telling me-
course we're not going to have them
You're
come
telling me
back.
Littlefoot
Wait,
is going to eat people? No,
Yes.
he's
Are
going to
you-
eat a tree star.
are you telling me that if we could, through science and technology, bring back dinosaurs,
Mhm.
you wouldn't want to see a dinosaur in real
No.
life?
Drew, I got 6
Absolutely
movies
not.
that tell you it's a bad idea and about like 3
okay,
books.
Okay. First of all, those books were great.
I've heard great things about them.
The first 2 were great. I don't think there's another book. I think there's
I think
only
it
2
just
books.
stopped at Lost World.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it stopped at Lost World.
But also, another reason why you shouldn't bring back dinosaurs.
No.
I think
No.
I would love to see dinosaurs in real life.
Okay, a lot of people
blow my fucking mind.
and a lot of people would love to see a saber-toothed tiger. Doesn't mean you should bring it back.
Yeah. Okay. No. I'll give you that.
Yeah. What are we
Eh.
But
talking
like,
about?
if you put him like, hold on, if you put him in like a park of some kind, and
Uh-huh.
you had like
Yeah.
fences that had electricity,
Mm-hmm.
nothing will go wrong.
Not one thing.
Not one thing.
Not one thing.
I don't think there's anything that tells us otherwise.
Anyway, one person though I saw in those movies that is guaranteed to die. Guaranteed. If you know how to fly a helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
If you know, well, first
If
of all,
you're the pilot?
if you're a helicopter pilot in any movie, you're probably 90% going to die. But if you're in Jurassic Park, it's 100. It's 100%.
Who gets him? The pterodactyls.
Pterodactyl or
See, that's the stupid. Why would you bring back flying or swimming dinosaurs? That's the stupid part. You
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah.
But like the land-based ones, we could control them.
until a bunch of
can totally control
Hello?
until you see Jurassic Park 2 and a bunch of copies get on to the main line or the main like Costa Rica and they maul a girl to death.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
Maybe
yeah,
not bring
we're
back
not
dinosaurs.
doing that.
Yeah, see, it's a stupid idea, but everybody loves those movies, and I get it. The first one is special. I rewatched Jurassic Park 1.
Oh yeah,
It is so good for movie history.
it still holds up.
It still does.
It still holds
really
up.
does. But man, a bunch of knuckleheads.
Yeah.
A bunch of dumbasses.
a bunch of stupid decisions are made in that movie. I get it. The book is way better because I read both of those books. But Jurassic Park
Well, and they
1,
go out in a really messed up way in those books.
yeah, they do. Well, Jurassic Park 1 is
It's special.
it's special. It changed cinema.
Mhm.
Like it changed movies moving forward.
Oh yeah.
I remember, you know how you talk about like the magic of the movies, right?
I love
And,
the
like,
movies.
I love the movies too, but
I'm so afraid of the movies.
why?
I'm afraid someone's going to shoot it up. This is honest to God the
Seriously?
truth. I hate going to the movies for this reason.
Because you feel like you're in a confined space and an
and if
easy target.
you'll die. If someone goes in there and shoots the place up, you're dead.
Not necessarily.
Not unless you're the shooter.
Beat the shooter by being
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah. See,
shooter.
always thinking.
Mhm.
Be the shooter so you're not getting shot. Duh.
That- obviously. Yeah,
Yeah.
I should have thought of that one.
Now, the magic of the movies, when I saw Jurassic Park when I was a child, that I had that experience. I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm seeing what I'm seeing.
You don't have like a movie that you really hold like near and dear, like you grew up as
Other
a kid
than
watching.
White Chicks.
No, like you grew up as a kid. You remember watching it. Maybe you were with like your parents. You were at the theater. Maybe the drive-in.
Look at her face, dude.
Maybe a VHS.
No. Well,
There's nothing that your
Okay.
parents took you to.
I remember one Christmas movie we
Okay.
watched every year.
Okay. Shoot.
Santa Claus is Coming to Town, like the 1950s one.
Okay.
I was named after Jessica in that movie.
In that movie.
Well, see that's did you watch it this year?
Twice.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's special.
See, that is special. That's
But,
a
like,
special thing.
I've never like gone to the movie theater and thought like, oh my God, I feel that's the magic right now.
That's the hard thing with her.
I
'cause
feel
I
like
don't
there's been
feel
like
that
20
way.
different movies
Oh,
I've
yeah.
had that feeling.
No,
Yeah.
I've never felt that.
Heat I got that feeling when I saw Heat. I was like, oh my god.
Revenge of the Sith in theaters.
Oh, yeah, opening
midnight.
night.
Yeah, midnight was
Okay,
there.
Yeah.
Wicked was good when I saw it,
All right.
but I wasn't like, wow, this experience changed
You're saying
me.
that there is there's not a single movie that you've seen that gave you that kind of visceral experience of like, oh,
Yeah, you told me I can't say it.
white chicks? Jess.
I remember.
Napoleon Dynamite
I
was a special
remember-
movie in theater.
Okay, that's true. But
I've
I
seen that in
remember
theater.
being sick. Like I had a cold or something. And so to make me feel better, my parents took me to Blockbuster or
Mhm.
Hollywood Video, whichever one at the time.
Mhm.
And I picked out White Chicks. And I'm not kidding. I watched it 16 times in 2 days.
That's wild.
That's gross.
Yeah, that's. Ugh.
And so it's just something I hold near and dear.
Well, I also got it Sin City. Sin
Okay.
City was like something special for me.
What was your like go-to trash movie at Blockbuster? Hers is clearly White Chicks.
Oh, God.
Mine's Undercover Brother.
The Punisher?
Forever.
The Punisher with
The first one with the Russian.
with what's his name? Oh my God! Why am I blanking on his name?
Is it the really
Yeah, the Russian boxer guy. What's his name?
Drago?
Yeah, he was
Dolph?
Dolph Lundgren. Right,
Did he do? Oh, so
He
he did
was
that
the-
very first one,
the very first one.
and then
That's
they did a
the
one like when Blade was coming out.
Yes.
That movie.
Dolph Lundgren is a real person.
Yes.
Okay, I was just watching Just Go With It. That's another movie I
Mhm.
turn my brain off and watch. And they refer to Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah. Dolph Lundgren apparently is like brilliant too. He's
Oh,
like
I
a
didn't
science
No, he was
brain dude. I don't know. Okay, so here's a question. And I think that this is important to establish, especially since this isn't our first official episode of a podcast. It's not our first official episode yet. This is episode 0. Coming up, we are going to talk about the show and getting canned and all that. But should we cuss on the podcast?
I think we can,
We can.
but not too much.
Not too much.
I don't think I will. Because I think it's like a dam, you know, when the dam gives, the whole water goes.
Here's the problem.
So I'm gonna just be smart about it and just try and keep it as PG-13 as possible.
We had a lot of people that listened to us in the car with their kids, and a lot of kids actually loved us. And then we would be like, "That's cool."
But like, what do you
Ugh.
mean?
Yeah,
Why are
because
your kids listening?
I'm like, I opened up a break 3 days ago saying, "Let's do cocaine." So
Yeah.
like,
Is
you
our
know,
is our producer just checking out shirtless photos of Dolph?
Oh
yeah,
my god,
dude, Dolph Lundgren.
I get it. He's handsome. I mean, he had his handsome era, but
I was gonna say where. Okay, no, kind of hot there. Yeah, kind of hot.
but he's just. Why are you
I don't
going
love-
through?
I
You're gonna
don't-
have to insert photos of
I
Dolph
don't love
Lundgren
his
now.
face.
Why are you
Yeah.
thirst trapping over Dolph?
Dolph's the man, dude.
I get it. He's good. I mean, he was in Shark Lake, so he's not great. But I mean, like,
I
But-
don't love his face. The body's good. He's
Anyways.
he's a butter face.
Getting
on a scale of 1 to 10, face wise, what is he?
He's like a 4.
Okay, now body.
The body's like a 10.
Okay, so,
wait,
it's like
wait,
what, a 6?
So it's like a 7, 7
No,
and a half,
oh my
8?
god, no.
It's like a
he's like-
5'5".
You know the body
He's-
hard carries, dude. Like
he's like a 6 because it's not like he's gonna walk around like that.
How tall is he? Do you know how
yeah,
tall he is?
okay, yeah. Look up the height because if
he's tall. He's a big guy.
if he's a
Yeah,
short,
I think he's
teen-
like a 6'4".
Oh, wait, that gives him some hot too. I
It's-
dated a guy one time simply because he was 6'5". He ended up being really weird.
He's 67 now.
Yeah. How tall is he though? I need.
He's 6'5".
Okay. Yeah.
He's a
Oh.
big guy.
Okay,
He's huge.
okay, that gives him half a point.
Okay. He was in Universal Soldiers too.
So he's probably to
Yeah.
me like a 6.
Okay.
he's a 6'5".
Let's be real. The body hard carries. Okay.
But he's
Because-
not naked all
wait,
the
wait,
time.
wait, hold on. Hear my theory. Okay. Like there's been plenty of times in my past when there has been someone that just poof, their body, the face, I'd be like, I'm all about it, right? I don't care. Is that the same for girls? Like,
No.
okay, hold on. A dude has the most ripped, beautiful, gorgeous physique you've
Yeah.
ever seen your
Yeah,
whole life.
Yeah.
The face is kind of like, you know,
Mm.
you would not go for it still because, like, in terms of like sex, you're having sex
Well,
with the body.
but
you know?
Still gotta look at his face.
You're having sex with a certain part of the body, so it just depends.
Yeah, but like, okay, so if the face is f***ed, but you have like this rockin' abs, couldn't you just like, like look at the abs? Like,
Yeah,
See,
motion of the
I-
ocean's gonna lead your head back though. You're gonna be looking at face, and then you're not gonna be into it.
you're gonna be looking at face, and then you're gonna be like,
See,
oh no.
I'm
Well,
not.
and then you're gonna be done. Like you're gonna be done, and then like he's gonna be laying around. He'll be like, "How was that for you?" And you're gonna be looking at that face, and you're just gonna be like,
Okay,
"Ugh."
am I allowed to say, don't you guys have like post-nut clarity?
Yeah, kind of.
I would
Yeah,
say
yeah.
would say it's only a single guy thing.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like if you're single and you're like hooking up with girls and it's like, oh, this seemed hot at the time, but then you finish and you're like, oh, why did I do that? Isn't that a thing?
That's a single guy thing. Yeah.
Okay. I never slept around because I was in purity
Because
camp.
you were pure.
Because you're pure.
So I
I'm
don't
so
know.
Pure.
I don't know, but if I had to like think about it, I think that would bother me. Like
Really?
I think that it would bother me if I wasn't attracted to him facially because that's what I'm talking to.
It's the moneymaker.
I'm talking to the face and I'm a
See,
big like
that-
you have to like
That's the difference. Because like if I'm going for sexy time with a girl, like, that's not like a girlfriend or like my wife now. I was always just the body.
no, because I
That's all I
need
cared
someone
about.
to like look at me.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean,
what do you mean by that?
there's gotta be some intimacy here,
Right,
man.
like,
There's
I
no
can't- I
intimacy
can't
if you're
be
just not
like-
looking at them.
I can't be like, oh, like I can't
Okay, don't
go away. I can't do it. I
Okay,
can't
what's
do
worse?
it.
I like a 5 face, like a
Okay.
4 or 5 face on like a 9 body, or like an 8 face, a 9 body, but horrible breath.
I can't do that.
You
That I
can't do
cannot
that?
do. You get away from me. If you
Really?
have poor hygiene,
Mhm.
especially mouth wise.
BO or bad breath? Which one you picking?
Okay, here's the thing. When I love somebody, like I like when Silk stinks a little.
You like his musk?
Like his BO.
You like his pheromones.
Like if he's a little stanky, I'm like bring that here. But if he like stank and if his breath stank, I'd be like, get away from me.
Mm.
What- How far is stank?
To me, it's the breath for sure. I'm really crazy about my mouth.
What was that?
That's a sound clip.
You're crazy about your what now?
We'll be right back.
Here's a word from our sponsors.
No, I brush my teeth 84 times a day.
I brush like a couple times a
Don't
day.
you have like cotton mouth after like the third?
No,
time?
sometimes I hurt. Like I'll bleed because I'm so like, but like also I brush my tongue
Yeah.
and like every
Do
morning
you just do it for the thrill?
just for fun.
Just the love of the game.
No, and every morning I'll wake up and I'm so disgusting. I'm sure Silks and every man who's ever dated me thinks I'm so foul in the mornings because you'll hear me going like,
Oh yeah,
like
no,
in
I
the
do
back.
that.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like yakking, like trying to get all my gunk out because you have to have a clean mouth.
I'm with that.
No,
Every woman would agree with me.
I agree. You got to brush your teeth good.
Especially if the face and mouth is going certain places. If you are going to give me BV, get away from me.
Yeah, but when you go from to mouth and then you kiss someone, like you can smell the shit, so it doesn't matter.
Are we allowed to say
Eder, can you put that rainbow that says "the more you know" over the top, just like that?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Are
sorry.
we allowed to do that?
Hold on. Okay, we gotta get back to the fucking question.
Okay.
You
What
want
is
us to
it?
be PG-13?
Well, I'm gonna be PG-13. I think if I still want a somewhat of a future in broadcasting, I should probably just stay PG-13.
Okay. Then we'll make it a hard. What about a light R?
Yeah, I wouldn't say make it a hard R.
Yeah. What about like a light R? Right?
Mm.
Like we say the S word here and there.
Maybe throw rated
I
before
haven't
that.
cussed yet.
Well, okay.
I'm
Well, you
just
gotta
putting that
understand,
out
I have
there.
21 years of local broadcasting underneath my belt on this,
Yeah.
and I am kind of taking advantage of the opportunity.
No,
to, like,
that's
not-
fine. I
But-
haven't said anything. I've
If
been
we hey,
perfect
look,
over
look,
Just
here.
threw around hard R.
Hold on, look. Okay, then if we're all in agreement, we will keep it hard PG-13 or
Yes.
light R. Okay, we'll keep it all right.
Yeah.
But if something drops, we are not.
We're not like offended by it.
Well, and we're also not obligated to cut it out.
Well, and that's
right?
why we're not paying him to do that. That's why we're not paying him to do everything.
Yeah. Well, and this is not the first official episode, anyways. So this is just episode 0.
Yeah.
Now, I want to go before we get to our stories here and Christmas and stuff like that. I want to see how it's been for the last couple of weeks because I barely have seen you in the past like 15 days. You as well. So what have you been up to?
Honestly, man, week 1, dude, funniest thing was the day we got let go, I was supposed to go on my anniversary, my 1 year with the missus to San Diego because months before,
Impeccable timing.
I'd bought tickets to see Dr. Phil live in San Diego with Tony Hinchcliffe and Adam Devine.
All right.
Awesome show. Yeah. Honestly, an awesome show. If it wasn't for like the lingering feeling of I don't have a job on Monday.
It's funny now.
So we
can laugh at it now.
Yeah,
right?
no,
Okay.
it's cool.
Okay.
Honestly, the more as time moves, time really does heal all wounds. Because like the first week, I was a mess. I'm going to every place and then some, looking for employment, finding a spot, and hitting up everybody I can for a lead or something, and just not hearing anything back. Filing for unemployment. So you're in like full scale panic mode for the first week.
Yeah.
Well, and you just moved in with your ladies, so that
Yeah,
adds
you just took
to
that
it.
leap.
Yeah.
That's like, that was the one thing. And the funny thing about this is everyone who has called me, I've had so many people call and ask like what's going on. Their first sentence, I'm not kidding, Elliot. What's Elliot going to do?
Yeah.
Everyone.
Everyone's really worried.
but
yeah.
I've had a lot of great people reach out to me, a lot of great people, just checking in on me. And then, honest to God, I've got one of the best supporting, I guess, cast, you could say, around me with my family, her family. You guys have been awesome. Over here, checked in on me once or twice.
Bleep your name.
Yeah. Now get that guy out of here. So I've just had a lot of support around me, and having family in town has been really nice. Having Mart around and having my cousins come in, and so it's a little awkward when you have to tell people that you are like officially unemployed at the moment. But
Right.
I don't see that being a thing for long.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
I honestly think.
Yeah.
And first week again, like crazy brain scatter, got to do X, Y, Z, the whole alphabet, whatever. But I feel like now that I've had some time away from all the hustle and bustle, some time to sleep in, which has been nice.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
That has been nice.
That's been really nice.
and just some time for myself, honestly. Like, it's been really nice just taking 2 or 3 steps away from the world and figuring out, like, all right, this is what I want. This is some things I want to get done.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's been really nice.
And
I've watched an S ton of stuff.
my mom came up to me yesterday and she's like, "You seem like you're happier." And I'm like, "No, I'm rested."
Yeah.
So
That's the difference. I'm sleeping.
Yeah, for the past 5 years, I have been sleep deprived the whole time.
Yeah.
Like this is not me being hyperbolic in any way. Like,
No.
I mean, I would average 4.5 to 5.5 hours of sleep a day. Sleep as long as I can on Saturday. It still wasn't enough. Like, so getting 2 weeks of, like I was texting Elliot. I was like, dude, it's 11:30 and I'm not tripping balls right now that I'm not asleep. He's like, yeah, it's pretty nice. And then we were talking about honky gravy dude on the internet. And then I slept till fucking 9. And I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it feels, having that rest is really helping my mental state because I still get a flash of, and we'll get into it when we start talking about it, but it's like I'm getting a flash of the moment it happens because it still seems so weird to me.
Yeah.
And I've been through radio firings before, right? Like I was canned at a station. I quit one station. I got fired from another station, and now I've been fired from this one. And when I explain kind of like how the industry works to people that don't know, it'll make a little bit more sense. But I've been through it. But the decision process on it is kind of boggling to me, which we will get into. But that flash, like I'll be fine, everything's chill, and then all of a sudden it'll remind me.
See,
Yeah.
I
I'm like, ugh,
I don't think I've thought about them in like 10 days.
really?
Yeah.
That must be freeing.
It really is. Honest to God, it's been freeing. And like the first week, you're always thinking about something. Am I ever going to get back and broadcast, stuff like that? I found such a calmness this last I'd say 10 days. And the more I think about it, the more I can look back at it as be like, it was a huge part of my life.
Yeah.
I'm very happy about what I did over there and what I accomplished. And now I'm okay to leave it in the past.
Mhm.
Like I don't have any ill will. I don't think about them. This is probably the most I've thought about them just because we're talking about it.
Right. Well, and this is kind of a closure state. That's why
Yeah.
this is not our official podcast and what we're going to be doing, because it'll be similar to what we had before, but it's going to be different and it's going to be something new. And this is more so just we're going to address it and move past it, and we're never going to bring it up again.
Yeah.
Because just like Elliot, it's like, and I think it hit me on a more personal level in a different way, because I had been with the brand for 13 years and I've been doing this here locally. This is the first time in 21 years, 21 years locally that I don't have an official broadcast gig. And there's something inherently, it's like a piece of me is
Yeah.
missing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a death.
It is. It's like the baby died,
Yeah.
right? That's kind of what it feels like to me. But just like what he's saying, like, I'm okay to leave that terrestrial radio side of me behind. Of course, I would like to look into other opportunities to get there. Maybe that will be in the future in some time. But it's just such a thankless kind of career to be in when you put in so much effort and execute so well and then never once get a good job or
Yeah.
thanks,
Yeah.
and then you're paid, and then all of a sudden you're just
Goodbye.
bye.
Mhm.
And like that is something I do not miss. Like
Yeah.
that environment, I do not miss
Yeah.
feeling that way, because I'm like, I built something real with Elliot and then you in this past year and a half.
Mhm.
Like we built something really good, and I feel like we were just shot in the head for no reason, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, with kind of like the mentality around that, like it could have just been like something random.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, no, you know. So that's why I am moving past that and focusing on other things and doing something for ourselves that we are in control of, that we own, that we profit directly from, in order to get like the feeling of needing to do this out.
Yeah.
Right? Like I kind of need to do this because this is something that I love doing, but it's certainly not profitable for me. It's not something that you can live on doing. You know what I mean? This is more so to have fun and try to entertain and try to do this in even a bigger capacity than what we were doing before. And that's kind of the plan.
And it's just making sure you still remember how to do it. Like I came
Yeah.
into it today and I was just like, do I know how to speak?
I
Yeah.
thought that
Oh no,
too.
I was nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
thought
wouldn't say
that
I was
too.
nervous, but I was just trying to remember, like, how did I do this for the last 7 years?
It's different because the pressure's not there of being on a live signal.
Yeah.
I
It-
suppose.
It's different that we can kind of do whatever we want. I could say whatever I want and you can cut it out. And like, you know, and that relearning how to do this in a different way is going to be a process,
Yeah.
right? Now, Jess,
Mm-hmm.
what have you been up to in the past couple of weeks? Just work? Because that's all you've been doing.
Nonstop. Holiday season for hairstylists is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, I've finally it's calmed down. I've had a couple days off. I go back on Friday to do some more work, and then, but yeah, it's just been nonstop working, work.
So you open it up and just got slammed.
Yeah.
Does it slow down after the new year?
A little bit.
Yeah.
People for some reason just like to flex on their families, like in their kitchens on Christmas. Like
Well-
it's like, look at my new do.
Oh,
like,
look at
it's
my
Christmas.
hair.
Well,
You know
you're
what
probably
I mean?
you're probably seeing a lot of family you haven't seen in 11 months.
That's- yeah.
So you
And you're taking pictures.
And you're taking
taking
pictures.
pictures, and like family gatherings are really just a way to show off and brag to your other
Yeah.
family members
Mhm.
to
Yeah,
kind of
so I get it. And honestly, like I was talking to one of my coworkers the other day, and I'm like, I feel so frustrated because, I mean, you were, talking to me a little bit. I wasn't getting off until 10 o'clock every
Yeah.
night, and I'd be like, let me call you back, and I'd be like, well, wait, sorry, it's 11:30, and I'm home now finally. But I feel a little frustrated because as much as I was working, I don't have a ton to show for right now because I went really hard for my family on Christmas.
Did you?
Mhm.
Oh, you went for it?
I did. My nieces are like my little babies, and since I don't personally have children, I see them as my children. And so it's like anything I saw that I was like, they'd love this. They'd
Mhm.
love this. I really overdid it.
Yeah, we kind of went a little ham.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll talk
I
about.
didn't at all.
So we went kind of stupid on Christmas as well
Mhm.
for the girls. So Santa brought a 3D printer
Mhm.
for Dylan and
Right on.
immediately started making cats. We,
As she should.
We've 3D printed 3 cats now.
Mhm.
There was a error on one of them, so she started freaking out because I don't know how to 3D print stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just now learning. So, it got moved around and she started having a meltdown. I was like, I'm going to turn this thing off. It was like a big old thing.
Yeah.
There was a quad that Santa brought.
Wow.
For-
Santa.
Little Tay-Tay. She got herself a little quad. So she
Nice.
can...
Well, now you
Mhm.
got to start setting up little ramps and stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. So we do our Christmas on Christmas Eve, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
And it's I have this whole thing planned because I got Sarah a puzzle table because she does puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
So I got her this really nice puzzle table that's felt that you won't, lose pieces or anything
Mhm.
like that. I got her an ice maker because she's always complaining about me taking all the ice. I got a custom keyboard for her to work with that's easier on her wrists and it's nice and it won't move around.
Love that.
I got her a Ninja Creamy,
Very cool.
Mhm.
which
Dude, I've been wanting one of those forever.
everyone has because it was almost impossible to find.
Yeah.
And then I got her a model of her car with the bow on top because of the infamous bow on the car thing. As a
Mhm.
joke. I had intros to each and every one, and I was reading them off as she's like, opening them up. And I
Yeah.
thought I crushed it. For someone that, because if you don't know, my wife, it will use everything she has till the very last moment
Yeah.
that it needs to break in
Mhm.
order for her to replace it. She's notoriously difficult to get anything for ever. And I told her, I was like, look, if there's something that you want, just tell me and I'll buy it. She's
Yeah.
like, no. And then I'm like, okay, then you're going to just deal with what I get. And for the first time, I shit you not, in like 14 years, she actually liked her Christmas present.
There you go.
Aw.
And I
All
was
right,
like-
big win for the boys.
Yes,
Yep.
right? So then she has me open up a gift. So there's another backstory to this. So I'll tell you what the plan was originally to do.
Mhm.
Okay. So I open it up. She's all sit down. I'm like, oh, here it is. Right?
Did you have a feeling?
Hold on.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, here it is. It's time to get it. Right? I open up this box. There's gravity boots in there.
I know.
And I'm like, I can't believe. So anyone that's new here, if you're just now hearing us, or if you are aware, long story short, I wanted gravity boots when I was 18 to get sick abs.
Sick. The sickest of abs.
Sickest of
Mhm.
abs. I saw Batman doing sit-ups on gravity boots, and I was like, I'm going to get those
That's
one
what
day.
you got to do.
I'm going to get, if it's good enough for Batman, good enough
If
for
you're going
me.
to hang like a bat, you got to have washboard abs. That's
Yep,
the rules.
obviously.
You have to have abs, especially with the four face. As we, established with Jess earlier, you got to have a good face,
Yes.
good abs, make up for it, right? So that was the plan. Well, I was in deep in alcoholism and drug use, and my dad was afraid that I was going to fall on my head if I got him.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to get him for
He
you."
was just looking out for you.
I thought the whole time he was gaslighting me and he was just going to bring him out. He didn't. And I have the biggest, most entitled little fit that I have ever had in history. And now the running joke is, oh, it's going to be Gravity Boots Christmas
Mhm.
Mhm.
because I was throwing a fit, said I was going to burn all my gifts. It was just a shameful moment in my life. One of those things that you remember, there's like, God, I am the worst,
Like,
right?
can't believe I did that.
I can't believe
Yeah.
I did
It
that.
happens.
So she got me the gravity boots and I hysterically laughed, right? I thought it was so funny. Then the doorbell rang. So I go to the door and it's her sister, Laura. She's all, you've been served. And it's like, I was like, oh God, what is this? I have a whole video of it that maybe we'll interlace so you can see it. The contract is, it's written up.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot get any gifts till 2035. And it's written in a very funny, cute way by Sarah. And it says, Jess says, STFU and be nice for a whole year.
Mhm.
And what else? A couple other things. So I signed it and she's like, okay, go get the gift. So I get it. And as we know, I was asking for an RTX 4090, which is a very expensive graphics card. Very, very pricey.
How expensive is it, Drew?
$2,600.
There you go.
So, and I was like, look, I want her to kind of coordinate with everyone and get it for me, whatever. I get the box. I don't know what's in the box. I open the card, and it's signed by everyone, and it fucked me up.
Yeah.
I immediately started crying. Like, I just started crying. Because this past 2 weeks, when you have a platform, right, and people either rely on you or want to, I wouldn't say use is not the right word, but through you, take advantage of the platform that you're in charge of, then all of a sudden you're like important, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're important because you have something that someone else needs or wants. And I felt that importance, but ever since we got canned, even though we've had an amazing amount of support and people come out, you know, to support us, I have felt not needed as much.
Yeah.
And that breaks my heart. And then when I opened up that card and I saw that, it fucked me up. I immediately started crying. Now, I also thought that she wasn't going to get me a 4090. I thought she was going to get me a 4080, which is like $1,300 less expensive,
Mm-hmm.
which I still would have been happy with, right? When I saw the 4090, I lost it. I was bawling for like
It
3
was
minutes
so
straight.
sweght.
Very cute.
I was crying, and it was from you, my sister, her husband, Sarah, Carrie, my good friend Carrie, the whole family, both sides. They all threw in to come together to get me this graphics card, and it really, really messed me up. Like,
Mhm.
in a good way. Like, I was happy crying, obviously, but I
That's
wasn't
good.
expecting that. You know, it was like swinging for the fences, you know, like I'm gonna really go for it, but I don't think I'm gonna get it, kind of a thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm happy you got it. I'm happy that Sarah wrote a very good contract. I had a funny thing for your gift because this whole thing got derailed. Christmas got derailed
It
for us
did,
when it comes
yeah.
to
It did.
giving gifts
It did.
because I had this whole planned out way of presenting my gift, and then we would unveil the graphics card.
Hold on, wait. Let me tell you what she was gonna do first. Then you tell me what you were.
Okay.
So the original plan was she went around to everyone and you guys and collected money to get it
Mhm.
right.
Yes.
But what she was gonna do was have me open the gravity boots at work, so then you two would be like, "Is this what we threw in on?" Right?
Yeah.
Like prank you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Then Hamba was supposed to walk in holding the real present, and then I was gonna open it. That was the
Yeah.
goal.
No,
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
different. She didn't.
Okay.
She didn't fill us in on that one.
We didn't know about
No,
that one.
so my plan was we were gonna do Christmas at the studio, and we were all gonna do our gifts, and I was wanting to go last before we brought in the real one because I wanted to give you your gift, and I guess should we just do it? I'm just gonna give you guys your gifts now.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Because it makes sense with the story.
Okay, here. You give me mine first because I got something for both of you guys.
Yeah. Left side. Oh, okay. So my plan was, because Drew can get very up and up, especially with Christmas, and about getting like a good gift,
Mhm.
I was going to write this card and I was going to say, don't get your panties in a bunch. And so I need Drew to come over the top. And I found these and I thought they were too good to be true. And what they are, it is the world's largest granny panties.
No, but you have to open the bag.
You gotta open the bag.
I gotta
have-
open the
you
bag?
have
You
to
gotta open the bag.
Okay.
Because you don't get, when I say the biggest granny panties, I mean the world's biggest granny panties. These things are ginormous.
All right, hold on. Dude.
So I had this whole plan, like, don't get your panties in a bunch that you don't get what you want, and then she was gonna bring in the card. Like, I had this whole thing planned out of delivery, and then it doesn't
And
work.
then it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
So wait, you got these like beforehand?
Oh, I got
Yeah.
those. I got those a week before Black Friday.
Friday?
I got your guys'
Yeah.
gifts stupid early.
Yeah.
All right.
I got a lot of my Christmas done early, thank God.
Let
But I
me-
had this whole planned out. I was like, he's going to get this. And he'd be like, well, what the hell, man? You couldn't even veg it. And then she would come in with it. And I was like, see, good friend alert.
Here,
Sign the contract.
I'm going to go ahead and give you your guys' gifts.
All right. Well, since
Okay.
I'm halfway done, I'm just going to give Jess hers.
Yeah, give Jess hers while I do this.
Okay.
Yours,
yours
also
is,
one. I know. Mine's
yours
not
is
coming.
in the mail.
Here.
Okay.
Jess, ignore those. Those are mine.
What is it?
I think they're chocolate almonds.
Yeah,
That's
that you've
not
been eating?
That's not important.
That's an open bag of chocolate almonds.
Ignore those.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
got her a shirt of a raccoon because they're very cute. And since she does deal with IBS, I got her an IBS shirt.
I be shitting.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I had an attack just last night.
Did you?
There you go.
and-
See?
oh, and
Perfect.
And Silks said over the Alexa, he's all, Alexa, send an announcement. And he goes, look out, toilet. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
There you go.
So this is
So
very
I'd like to
sweet.
think
Thank you.
I crushed
You
Christmas.
did. That was amazing.
Look
Thank
at
you.
your email.
Okay, let's check out the old email. Okay. Ooh, got myself a little gift card to Dragon's Horn.
Love that.
And then he's doing so. He's walking around next to me. Ooh, little player's handbook. Very nice. Very
current
fancy.
edition.
Very fancy. I like it. I
Love
like it a
that.
lot.
Okay, just read your
So we'll go with my.
Read
is-
my card.
Yeah, Jess, read your card first.
Am I going to start crying?
No.
This is my.
Okay.
I specifically made it not a crying card.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Waddle. Waddle who? What'll you spend this on?
There you go. All right.
Buy yourself something other than a pea coat. Love you so much. Okay, and if you guys don't know, for the past 2 birthdays of mine, the boys have got me the same pea coat.
The same Pico.
Is
The
it the
other one
same?
was a little bit longer, okay? They're different.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But that's $100 to Macy's.
Thank you.
Okay.
Love it.
Falalalalama. Falamas. All right, let's see. Let's take a gander. Shut up and eat this, or wait, don't shut up. I need you to talk. Love, Drew. Have a wild and woolly season. Happy holidays.
Oh, I bet I know what it is.
You baking me a lasagna?
It's a lasagna.
It's about time you make the damn lasagna. Yes. Oh my God, this is heavy. Feel this.
Okay. Oh my god.
It's a thick one.
Oh my god. Do I get one too?
Yes.
You get a lasagna. And you
Thank
get
you,
a lasagna.
Oprah. I'm so excited.
Good, because I didn't want to get groceries.
Can you
No.
please heat it up to my instructions, though?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
I'm going to
In the
give you...
oven.
in the oven,
No.
375.
Well, yes, in the oven, but Jess, you're already saying that, oh, you see in the oven, right? There's very specific
Oh
instructions.
my god. I said in the oven. That's how you like it.
In the oven.
Okay, listen. Okay, I'm going to give you the instructions, but let it rest for 30 minutes before you cut into it,
Okay.
okay? Because if not, it'll be a soupy mess
Mm.
and just go everywhere. Now!
Don't talk to
Okay,
me.
but
Don't talk
I'm
to me
gonna
dirty
have
like that.
to come back with a review because you know I don't like lasagna.
I did not know you did not like...
I don't. I've told you guys have come at me crazy. I don't like lasagna, so this will be.
It's homemade.
I'm excited to
It's
try
good.
it.
No, it's a damn good lasagna.
I'm excited to try it.
Probably his best dish.
I think that you guys will like it if you heat it up to my
Okay.
specifications.
I'm excited.
Now, with that being said, it's time for news. News. Don't worry, we have intros coming. Okay, remember, episode 0. You don't know how much work has gone into this just to get here. Okay, we're having some new intros and stuff being produced, so everyone, chill your biscuits. It's coming, but let's get to news. Elliot, I'll go to you first.
I'm gonna ease my way back into news because I haven't done it in 20 plus days. Let's see. We've got the Mega Million, the one I've lost every week for the last 3 weeks.
I'm trying. Oh, I'm trying.
Trust me,
dog.
I'm trying too.
I'm trying,
and
dude.
now I'm doing the problem now where I'm going to Save Mart so I can load in the numbers digitally.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't work.
No,
It doesn't work.
it never comes back that we want
It
ever.
never does. So yeah, it's up to 1.15 billion after
Ugh.
nobody won on Christmas Eve, which should have been the day somebody won it.
Wouldn't that be
It,
nice?
it should have been, and you know what? We should have won it. You know why? Because what a fucking story that would be.
Yeah.
You know what
It
I
would
mean?
have been a great one.
It would have been a really good one
Okay,
because we would just,
Yeah.
Being Cabo San Lucas
the
right now.
estimated cash value, $516.1 million.
God. Well, and actually, I think like in California, you probably only get like 300 something million, but that's all taxes cleared.
Yeah.
Like that's all taxes and everything cleared.
Pretty nice.
I think on a high yield account, you'd probably make like 10 to 12 to 15 million a year just on your money. Like that's just bonkers, dude. To imagine having that much money to where it's so much money, you don't need to work. You just park your money and then just live off the money that the money's making.
Yeah.
See, that's what we need to be doing, Elliot.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do with XRP, man.
It's just not working.
I've had that thing parked for like 7 years.
Here, I'll go ahead and I'll do a story.
All right.
So I don't know if you saw this, but everyone's up in arms over Beyonce shooting finger guns at the halftime show at the Super Bowl.
Well, no. It was halftime.
Or no, not Super Bowl.
It was
but
so Netflix got NFL for Christmas. Both of the games sucked. 2 blowouts. And Beyonce was doing Cowboy Carter, her country album, for the Houston game. And Lamar Jackson ran out there. He even told his coach, like, I'm not missing Beyonce, guys.
Yeah.
Which I think is funny.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. And also, they were dominating the Houston Texans. But she performs and she throws out finger guns.
And like, look, dude.
It's Cowboy Carter. Of course you're getting finger guns.
She's dressed up in a cowgirl outfit.
And she looks great.
She looks great with
Mommy.
tassels, sparkly tassels coming out of her butthole. It's like, dude, if she wants to shoot some finger guns, let the woman shoot some finger guns.
So what are they mad about? I didn't see this.
Okay, apparently in the NFL, if you do a gun signal, like of any kind, like anything,
a weapon really of any kind.
of any kind, that you are not fined, but it's a technical foul, right? It's a foul, and it's a 15-yard penalty if you do any signaling of any kind of weapon of any kind.
Right.
Okay.
So there used to be a player, Brandon Cooks. He used to do either a gun or he used to do a bow and arrow. I don't know if he still does, but he would get penalized every celebration.
Which is so
Okay.
stupid because it's like...
It's the dumbest thing.
It's the dumbest thing, and also... But you know what else is pretty dumb? And this is why I think the internet needs to kick back a little bit. Especially now that we're on the internet. Like, let's try to be a voice of reason here. Everyone that is publicly crying about this like it's a problem are also people that are like, oh, bunch of snowflake bags, blah, blah, blah. But you're crying about this woman doing a hand signal. It's just stupid. I feel like just like constantly just, but what about, dude, just let it go. She's an entertainer. She's not an NFL player.
I just had a crazy thought.
What?
A crazy conspiracy thought.
What?
What if she pushed this story out? Beyonce.
Oh, just
Right,
for like
she-
some more
No.
publicity?
Well,
No. Because her husband, Jay-Z,
Yes.
just got a bunch of like allegations thrown at him. So maybe she's trying to like focus on me now with my finger guns.
Did you see that she dropped his last name? She
did?
dropped his last name, and then she performed Jolene
Mm-hmm.
when she was doing her performance, and I was like, man, I wonder if that's kind of tied into what's going
He's
on.
gross. I'm like, what? Beyonce?
Yeah, but they're
Like-
billionaires, man. What do you know?
They're
But
billionaires.
Beyonce?
They're billionaires.
Yeah.
I know.
Beyonce.
I mean, to be-
versus Jay-Z.
To be fair, at the time,
At the time,
Jay-Z was the
biggest rapper in the world.
like,
biggest
I don't care. Look at the guy.
biggest rap. Well, he's just like a.
And
He's
look
just
at
huge. He
Beyonce.
is in a sense like East Coast hip hop.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Or
I'm not a
was.
fan.
Was.
He grosses
Yeah.
me out.
I don't think he's ever been the #1 rapper in the game though.
No.
I never think that he's been like #1, but he was recognized as like one of the, if not the biggest. I think
He's always been top 5.
He's been
or
like
top 5 or
yeah,
top 10.
like one of the biggest to do it,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I was never a real big fan of his delivery. Like he would come,
No.
they're like,
No.
man, Jay-Z would come in and just like freestyle a whole
I don't
album.
like
I'm like,
him.
You know what's going to be really great though is when 50 Cent starts dropping stuff because 50's always
He's always
about
been up
clowning
on-
fools.
And
Yeah.
also, that's Daddy. 50 Cent,
Oh, so 50 Cent's
That's
daddy?
daddy.
He's
no,
daddy?
he kind of
Mhm.
is though.
he is.
He kind of is. I get
Uh,
that.
Do you want to do the 51st State story and to the... I sent it to you. I texted
Oh,
it
the
to you.
51st State. Okay, I
Yeah.
was gonna do one the Princess Cruises.
Well, do that one and I'll do this and I'll kick it
Okay.
over to you.
because the New York Post, a 48-year-old woman passed away on Saturday, December 21st. The Sky Princess cruise, returning from Fort Lauderdale cruise ship, and what dumb people do on cruise ships, and you see this like once every 8 months or so, somebody wants to dive off the side of the boat.
God,
Is this a joke?
No, this is a
so
real thing.
stupid,
And
dude.
it was probably like 7 months ago. There was a kid who did it, and they thought, we'll throw they threw on a rope a life vest or a life circle or whatever it's called.
Oh, like the tube?
Yeah, the tube thing. So jump off and then grab it and we'll reel you in. Oh, it's going to be cool.
No, that's not how it works.
No. Those boats, it doesn't feel like it, move incredibly fast.
Yes.
Kid jumps, doesn't get it. They all watch in terror as their friend essentially drowns to
It's
death.
when you need to let the intrusive thoughts go right through your head. Because, dude,
Yeah.
I don't think that there's a single person alive that can't sit next to the edge of a boat like that and be like, I wonder what it would be like if I jumped off. But you don't do it.
You just don't do it.
It's just like when you're
Yeah.
driving on the freeway and you see one of those ramp
Like, ooh,
trucks.
that looks like
Mhm.
fun.
I bet you I can make it on that
Yeah.
thing. But you don't let the intrusive thoughts win, dude.
No,
Yeah.
but to go back to the main story, this woman decided to jump off, didn't even make the ocean, fell onto a lower deck.
Did you say it was an older woman?
48-year-old woman.
Oh, a 48-year-old woman decided to do this?
And she
Yeah.
she hit the
And
deck.
she didn't even hit the water. She hit the
Oh,
lower
my
deck
God.
underneath, was not able to be revived. I've never, as much as I dream about sailing the world, I've never once had any interest in being on a cruise.
No,
And
they're
it's because
horrible.
of people like this that I think, yeah, I wouldn't want to be stuck on a boat with these people.
Yeah,
No.
you're stuck with, in some instances, weeks with those people.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
No.
I'm chill off that.
Mm-mm.
So our next story is President-elect Donald Trump on Wednesday trolled Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau by promising to cut the Canucks taxes if they agreed to become our 51st state, while urging them to draft NHL great Wayne Gretzky to lead the country. Elliot, do you have the story up?
Yeah, I got the first little quotes right here.
Can you go ahead and read that first quote for me?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, it's been a while since I've been in character. I just left Wayne Gretzky, the great one, second great one behind myself, really. But, as he is known as ice hockey circles, he is the greatest to ever do it, maybe the greatest athlete of all time. I said, Wayne, listen, Wayne, Wayne's World, listen to me. Why don't you run for Prime Minister of Canada? Soon to be known as Governor of Canada, a great, strong nation of Canada becomes an even better state of Canada. You would win in a landslide or a breakaway, as they say in yours. You'd have the hat trick. I'd throw my hat to you, a Make America Great hat, and it would look great on you, Wayne. I don't know if anybody's told this. Great hat hair. You wouldn't even have to campaign. I know I didn't have to, and look what happened. I won.
Dude, I miss that voice.
Me too.
I just think it's funny that he's just like trolling these people directly.
I know. What a
It's
guy.
kind of like when he offered to buy, what was he buying Iceland?
Well,
he
there's
was
still
going to buy Iceland?
He
there's-
still wants to
it's-
buy
It's
Iceland?
Greenland. It's
Greenland,
yeah. He still wants it.
Oh my God, Donald, calm down.
No, he still wants Greenland.
Do you have another story?
Let me check. Let me see. I thought I had. Oh yeah. I got the last one. We'll keep it American. Because we all have been lied to for essentially the last however long the United States is old. What is it, like 270, maybe 300 plus years since the United
Something like
States?
that.
Yeah.
Math. Who knows?
So we've all been under the impression that the bald eagle has been the nation's bird.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? You see it on the quarter. You see it everywhere in all the memes where it's pulling out M4, shooting around, saluting the flag with arms, We've always thought the bald eagle was America.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
Dude, the American bald eagle is our bird.
It's America.
Right.
Yeah, it's America.
Yeah.
But not really, because it was never signed into law. So President Biden signed into law legislation sent to him by Congress that amends the United States Code to correct what had long gone unnoticed and designated the bald eagle as the nation bird. Or the national bird, I should say. So all
My
this
God.
time,
I've been living
We've
a
had
lie for so long.
all this time, we've had an undocumented bird
An undocumented
An
bird?
undocumented
Oh,
bird.
we don't like undocumented birds here,
No.
I know.
especially in our airspace.
That's what I mean. So now he's a documented bird.
He's documented
He's
now.
documented
Okay,
now, yeah.
that now he's officially Merc.
He's officially American.
Well, that's a good job on news, Elliot.
Wow.
Thank you very much for all
Yeah,
that.
Amazing.
That's what we do, man.
Now, stay here. Word from our sponsors. Coming up next, we're going to talk about what went down, what our plans are for the future, and we're going to talk about some TV on the internet and who's better than us and what the plan is coming forward. Sound good?
Sounds
Let's
good.
do it.
All right, that's coming up next.
This podcast is brought to you by Drew's Credit Card. Holy crap, Sarah's going to leave him. Please stay tuned to learn about ways you can help save his marriage.
I feel like there is.
Feel like what?
There's more drama. Do you think there is more drama in a gay relationship than a straight one?
I think there's more dramaticism, maybe, for sure.
I don't know. I feel like there's got to be more drama because, like, either it's two girls or it's just two dudes, and I feel like they'd be some bitches.
What if there's like two dudes that are like very stubborn, like you, right?
Well, that's what I
Like
mean.
two guys that are super stubborn, like Elliot, and they're like,
They're stubborn as
Nope.
mules, but they love hard.
yeah. Is that your motto? Is that how you roll?
That's how you got to roll, man.
You just love so hard, but you know.
You love hard, but you don't change your ways.
Have you been stubborn with lady jams yet?
No, I'm a pushover.
Yeah. I was
Total
gonna say.
pushover.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's no way. Is she
No.
the only one that can get you? Because if
Essentially, yeah.
anything else, if you
And
try
that's
to
how it should be.
hold on, if you force Elliot or try to force Elliot to do anything, he immediately rejects you out of principle. He
Mhm.
won't do it. But you're telling me that lady jams, snap of her fingers, you'll do whatever the hell she tells you?
She looks hot when she's kind of bossy.
Oh my God, you like it.
Like,
but
hang
you're
on.
the same way,
Yeah, hang on, though.
Andrew. You're
Like-
the same
Like
way.
when the missus gives you a little toot, you're like, all right. Sometimes it's the way her Lady Jam's delivery with some attitude. Like lately, we've been going just like throwing jokes back and forth to each other a
Yeah.
little more lately, and it's like, yeah,
Oh my
send
God.
me a zinger or something.
So,
I'm not into this.
okay, wait. So you're at the stage now that you're bickering at each other, or
Not
are you just
bick-
like kind of picking at each other?
Not bickering, but like we'll throw like a joke, and if like she'll mess something up, or if I'm messing up, you just jump on each other, now.
Right.
And like that's how it should be. It's like you need to have some fun with it, and right now we're in this very fun stage.
Jess, you can't handle
Just like
that.
I'd have an emotional wreck.
I'm like, what do you?
I don't think I'd
mean?
ever recover.
No, but he does it anyway. He just doesn't care.
Wait, so he's still like razzing?
But
you
you-
don't razz back at him?
No, I'm for sure really mean sometimes. but-
Really?
Oh yeah.
Give me an example.
Okay, hang on, let me think. If another woman speaks to him,
Oh, okay. That's all it takes?
I'm like, who is that? And send her my way so I can talk to her. And he's
Okay.
like,
Yeah, that was my mom.
and he'll be like, check yourself. And that's when I lose my mind. I'm like, check myself.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
He says check yourself.
Do you guys
to
like bump chest? Like what? Check yourself.
Yeah, like he'll be like, check yourself. Like, you don't trust me? Okay, do you remember when I played that prank on him that I found
Oh, the dildos?
a vibrator
Yeah,
in his drawer? And I was like, whose is this? Meanwhile, I set it there to put this prank out,
Right.
right? And the way he caught me in my little prank was he told me, check yourself. Do you think I'm cheating on you? And that
And then it turns into a real
stopped
fight?
me in my tracks. He was like, seriously, Jess, check yourself. Do you think I'm cheating on you? And
Ball up top.
he tells me, answer this correctly.
Damn.
Oh, dude.
Shivered
He went-
my timbers.
He went full daddy on you.
Shivered my timbers. I was
Oh,
like,
man.
I go,
Just shaking in your boots,
no,
huh?
I was just kidding. And then he felt really bad because I literally did start crying. He felt really
I'm an
bad.
emotional wreck.
Yeah, because he's never talked to me like that before. I was like, oh my God, my bad. I was playing a prank. I was
Oh
playing
my
a prank.
God.
But like whenever he'll say like, check yourself, that's when I know he's being like for realsies. I can't handle that.
That's when
Really?
Usher starts playing in Daddy's home.
Daddy's home. Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, like my bad. But like I'll
Usher,
say,
what are you doing
I
here?
say like the
Ursher?
dumbest stuff.
Ursher, baby.
Ursher,
Ursher, baby.
Like there was one time we went somewhere and we saw this couple that was not a couple,
Mhm.
but this man is married, and he was like all over this other chick. So I'm like, I'd kill you. And he's like, yeah, I know. And I'm like, no, for real. I would take your donger, rip it off, cut it in pieces, and then spoon feed it to you. And he's like, okay, I know. Well, come to find out, he doesn't like these jokes.
Oh, really?
He does not
So
like
naturally,
them.
you just sprinkled them in here.
So, right. And so this is recently, he actually was like, you're clearly not kidding because you do this often. And I know where it stems from because I have trauma.
All my traumas.
Yeah. And he's like, if you think I would do that, like, you need to let me know now. And I was like, oh my God, I have been checked. And I was kidding. And he's like, but were you though?
Bro should be playing hockey with all
I
these
know,
checks.
dude.
Just
Dude.
lighten them
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. So, but we're fine.
Yeah, but we're like super happy.
We're super good. Yeah, no, it's fine. He's funny. I decided I'm gonna stop making those jokes.
Ah, well,
Look at that.
or you can do what my wife would do and just double down on him. And
Like,
be
I'm dead serious.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
deal with it. Anyways,
Yeah.
all right, should we get into it?
What?
The reason why we're here.
Oh,
Sure.
all right.
Let's get
I
into
feel like we've
it.
kind of already done this.
A little bit, but I feel like we owe it to the people.
I mean, we don't even have the explanation why.
We don't.
So, I
We
mean,
don't.
There's speculation as to why. So let's talk about the firing. Okay. We did
the
talk
releasing.
about it.
Technically.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The
yeah, we
releasing.
were released. Sorry.
Yeah,
My bad.
like
Is
you
that
know,
the word?
like when you have like
I
a
didn't
crazy
get what you-
pet, so you drive out into the wilderness and you just release them.
right.
That was essentially us.
Yeah,
we were
but-
released.
I did not get a word given to me.
No, you were telling me that you had lost your privilege to go to the.
I couldn't go to the back, according to somebody that works there.
Oh my god! I'm just
So-
like, roll my eyes. So okay, let me talk mainly about the radio industry as a whole to kind of give you perspective on how this works because it was abrupt,
Yes.
but that's kind of how it's done. They don't
Yeah.
want to give you a heads up that something's going to happen
Mm-hmm.
because they certainly don't want you competing with them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want you to have enough time to get another gig. They want you just gone. Imaging and everything. They were probably planning this for a month and a half
If I had to
before
guess,
actually- yeah,
probably
before it happened.
And I don't have any, I don't have any evidence of this. If I had to guess, though, it's probably in October. They
Yeah,
probably
probably
made the
around then.
decision, and and this happens not just locally. It happens with huge conglomerates like iHeart, Cumulus, Odyssey. They all do their let goes, their firings in December,
Yeah.
which feels pretty messed up.
Yeah, it
So
feels
wrong.
kind of fucked up. But
yeah, but I mean that's like Drew's saying. It's just the nature of the beast.
it's the nature of how this works because you seldom does anyone get a final show, a final goodbye or something like that unless they're planning a retirement and they actually retire and they say bye, it's been a long run, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
That typically just does not happen. And that's kind of what episode 0 of podcast, bleep that out please, what it's going to be, right?
Mhm.
Is kind of like a, hey, we did something that I was extremely proud of. And what I think I was most proud of about that show was that we got enough equity with people to be able to do jokes that in other circumstance would have gotten us canned, fired, or canceled.
Yeah.
And it's because everyone knew that we were satirical, that we're not a bunch of assholes, that we're kind. And like Elliot said, we love hard.
We do.
We love hard.
We love hard.
We love hard,
Mhm.
and I gaining that. I mean, when we started this thing, it was in the beginning of COVID. I thought we were fucked from the start, that we wouldn't even have gotten anywhere. And we just year by year grew and grew and grew. And I think that what I'm the most confused about when it comes together, which makes me believe, I'm not going to sit here and speculate and go to the ins and outs of that building or whatever. I just think it came down to money. I think
Mhm.
three live people in a building doing a morning show can get costly, and radio is not what it was 10, 15, 20 years ago.
Well, even 5 years
Even
ago.
5 years ago. it's not the same. So it's different. People have different listening habits. They have different things that they gravitate towards. What I thought that what we were doing at that station, at least what I believe that we were doing, was bringing back some of the feelings of the good old day regular listening patterns, bringing people on that would listen to us. And then even after we were gone, they would go and they listen on our podcast to hear what they missed, because they just, it was an appointment for everyone in the morning to come and listen to us.
Yeah.
What I'm confused about is that we were hitting this new stride in the past year and a half that we were kind of like, it was kind of getting kind of crazy how many people were listening to us. And as we saw, a lot of people were not happy about the decision. And I think overall, that when we did that video and released it, it had it's still going up. I think we had 35,000 individual imprints on people local here, which is, it's huge. I mean, that's
incredible.
That's a big number. And for how many people that have come out and supported us and urged us to do something like
Now,
this.
if all those 35,000 people want to donate $1
a
month.
Yeah.
Just $1 a month.
Just $1 a month.
We would be
You can
Killing
get this
it.
very much the same.
You can get this every single day. But the whole thing here is we grew this. Me and Elliot grew this, and we found something that we were incredibly proud of. And to get that kind of just taken from you without an explanation, and that's kind of what fucked me up. Is I don't understand why. We're doing our job,
Right.
Not only are we doing, we're excelling at it. That's what kind of screwed me up over it. But then I realized most things in life, especially something like this, comes down to money.
Well,
and I believe that's what it was.
And like you mentioned, you can never plan for the end of things. Most of the time, things just end abruptly, whether you like it or not.
And we kept a countdown
Yeah.
for a reason. We knew we were eventually going to get fired.
We always knew it was going to be one point. The fact we made it 5 years, I'm going to round up 5 years.
Right.
That's something to be very proud of. I took it personally the first few hours, and then just after because I'm in a car driving to San Diego for 5.5 hours,
Right.
to get a lot of time to just think. And the more I thought about it, it's just I just could care less now. It's just, I appreciate all I got out of it. I got some of the best memories of my life and in my career, but at the end of the day, there were a lot of things I was frustrated with personally.
Yeah.
And I think I'm much happier now without it.
To pull up the curtain a little bit, me and Elliot and Jess, we had to execute what we had with very, very few resources. There was a time or two where they did put money into an event for us or something like that, and that was good. But for the most part, everything was just solely on us. I mean, it was down to the cent on everything. We really didn't. So we kind of had to make stuff happen. And that was coming largely out of our own time and pockets a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Anything that we wanted to do with video or video editing or, any other source of media, because, again, that's where everyone is going. Everyone is gravitating towards the internet. Even broadcasters that have long, long histories on terrestrial radio all are moving to either an uncensored route or the internet, because that's where the listening habits are going. That's where everyone's going. So in order to stay relevant on a terrestrial signal while also bolstering some of those other outlets, that was just on us.
Yeah.
If we wanted to do that, that was all on us. So I think what I took personally is that I put a lot of effort and love and sacrifice into doing that and doing it well. And to have that just taken away, it makes me feel even though that this is most likely just a money decision, it makes me feel oh, we weren't good enough.
Yeah.
Well, in any firing or releasing, however you want to phrase it, feels personal because you're the one on the wrong side of it.
It's named after me.
Well,
But,
that too. But I mean, the more I look back at it, I've been able to focus more so on the accomplishments and the things I'm more proud of rather than the ticky-tack stuff that bothered me. So I've just come at it as more of an appreciation and ready for the next chapter. Because that's what I think you have to do with life. You have to push forward and be willing to accept the next chapter.
Well, and I think you're right. It's about looking forward to what we're going to be doing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was an opportunity. It allowed me to feel like, okay, I cultivated and did something that was a success in a matter of, okay, thousands of people loved what we did, and that makes me feel really good. Stop being mean to people. Okay. Let it go. That's the one thing I will say. Now, I will say that in a weird way, seeing the vitriol that's been going on online doesn't gratify me. It makes me feel like, okay, these people loved what we did so much that they're coming to our defense when we're not asking for it. As a matter of fact, we were very clear, like, hey, just be cool.
Yeah, just,
you know.
People didn't listen.
No,
they did not.
No, they didn't. And like, look, I'm going to be, do not be mean to anyone that's just trying to do their job.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not.
At the end of the day, we're
Not
all
worth
just
it.
trying to make $1.
We're all, well, yes. And even though radio barely paid dollars, it
Yeah.
was like 86 cents on every dollar. Let's, if you want to be with us, we're going to give you something to be with. Stop being mean to people in that building. That's all I'm asking. So if you, and again, I appreciate the love, because in a weird way that shows love to us and Cams and Jess and what we've done, but please let them go. Okay.
I have super appreciated the comments that have said like that they thought that my career got cut very short, because that was the one thing that I kind of took away from everything. I was like, man, I really feel like I was just kind of like really getting in there.
And
like,
you were getting it. And that's the natural skill that you had when you came in. For that to be cut short kind of upset me a little bit, because it was like we were, much like I tried to do with Elliot in the very beginning, like kind of school him up to become who he is. You know, we were doing kind of the same with you. And I noticed you starting to get cues and front selling and things that you were doing. And you were going to start, you know, doing your own shows and stuff like that. And like those things I feel like was like cut short too. And that kind of upset me a little bit about the situation, because you're just now getting it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
felt like it was like I woke up one morning and my frontal lobe kind of developed. It was like, oh, okay, like
Let
this
me know
is
how
what
that
I'm
feels.
doing.
yeah. What does that feel like? I'm 40 and I still don't have it yet.
Yeah, I felt like it was like it like clicked one day for me, and I was like, okay, like this is actually pretty easy. Like at first it was, I'm so grateful. Everyone's like, oh, you're natural, blah blah blah. Like it didn't feel natural really to me at first. Like it was kind of difficult to like play onto two men as a woman. That was kind of hard. But then it was like one day I felt like, okay, I'm finally getting it. I'm just like one of the dudes, you
You're
know?
just like,
I'm
just
one
the
of
dude's
guys.
chick. you know?
Dude's night
I'm
out.
just one of the pick me. I'm just one of the guys. But so I did feel like a little betrayed in the sense of like, oh, it finally clicked for me, and you know, it's really going really well, and I'm getting a lot of positive feedback, even though I got some negative, but not a lot. And so I just kind of felt like when I remember like leaving the building and feeling like the rug got like torn from under my feet. Like I just was like, oh my God, like that's the end of that. Like it didn't really make sense to me.
In a weird way, I feel like it felt like that for all of us.
It did. But, you know, like I said, and we don't need to keep going on it. I kind of got over it already.
Yeah,
like
I feel okay now.
No.
Having time away and being able to just focus on you for a minute. I mean, look, I miss being in front of a microphone all the time. It's just, and I also have this sense of a fear of, oh, if I'm not in front of one, I'm going to forget how to actually speak English.
Yeah.
You know? Because I was already so good at it before.
Oh yeah, crack.
Yeah,
But
so good.
Crack speaker.
Exactly. Like I was on crack speaking. But it's been nice getting to just really have some time to yourself and appreciate the people around you more. And that's just what I've been doing. And
Yeah.
And now it's to the future.
It is to the future. So let's talk about the future, because the question is, where's our intros? And as I said, they are currently being produced. We are going to be moving forward, structuring what we've done, much like what we've done before. However, it's going to be a different release schedule. It's going to have different content, maybe some new bits that we're going to be doing. and we're going to grow this from the ground up in a very workable way for everyone that is involved. And we are going to be doing video as well as audio, and we do have plans on releasing episode 1 coming up very soon. And this is going to be something that we're going to do for ourselves and to try to grow this in a very organic way. We are not going to just like, we have lives that we have to do, but I do enjoy doing this. And I think that ultimately, not to, belabor the point, but to go back, I like doing this. And I like doing this with you, with both of you.
Yeah.
We can still do this. We don't need to only be in that building in order to do it. And the people that want to hear what we do together, we are going to give you something to listen to and to watch and to share it with your friends. And we can go as big as we can, but I'm going to be very honest, and we're going to address this in the next episode, which is going to be the official first episode podcast. Do me a favor. Yep. When the first episode drops, we are going to go over what it takes to do this, because there's a whole team behind making this work. A whole team.
Yes.
And that costs time and money.
Yes, it does.
So if this is something that you're interested to, we will give you options in order to support us in doing this. And we will make sure that every last dollar, click, share, comment, sub, anything that you do, we will make sure, even merch, okay? We will make sure that that goes to making this the best product we possibly can to continue entertaining you. That is a promise, okay? This is us coming together to give you something to let you know that we hear you, we see you, and we have some plans, and you're going to see what those plans are coming up very, very soon. We're kind of working through all the equipment right now to make sure that this is something that is doable, that we can make work, that make work with our schedules, because we all have lives, but we would love to do this regularly and make it work. But in order to make it work, we need money.
We need to twerk.
Yes.
We're going to have to twerk. So we're going to get an OnlyFans. So that's the plan. No, me and Elliot's OnlyFans, not as good. Jess's OnlyFans carries the show. I just, it's something about it. So just know that that's coming up. Okay. So I will say, I appreciate the time that I've had in that building.
Yep.
Yes.
And, I worked 16 years in broadcasting to get that morning show. And then when I had it, I felt like I stayed true to what I believed would be the best future for that program. And I would fight. Remember, Elliot? I would fight. Whenever we had meetings, I would fight for what we did, because I believed that it was the right decision. We talked a lot.
Real chatty Cathy's, the three of us.
We talked a lot. We dwarfed the content that was putting out in the morning by an hour plus on a 4-hour morning show. And I believe that that was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Because people can listen to Spotify or fucking Apple Music. If they want to listen to music, they just open up their playlist.
Exactly.
They want connection. We are honest. We lived our lives openly on that station, on that show. That was the way to show people that we are part of what they want to do. I am proud of that, because we don't get that anymore. Go flip through the stations tomorrow morning. Tell me if that's what you hear. You hear this.
Right.
Here's a Taylor Swift story next.
Yeah.
Is that entertaining? Is that what you want?
To some, maybe. To some.
To some that want background noise. People that actually want to be entertained and listen to something, they listen to us.
Right.
Okay? So, and I'm proud of that.
Me
And
too.
I will stand behind that till the end. That what we did was the right thing. It's just a matter of if other people can do their jobs or not. That's it.
Yeah.
So, what and I know I'm being kind of cryptic. We're talking about, okay, we got these things coming up, blah, 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 blah. This is more so of, like I said, episode 0, coming together. We got to do our Christmas gifts. We did them.
Yep.
Okay. I wanted to address the firing because we're never fucking talking about it again.
Burying the hatchet.
This is it. This is the last time I'm talking about it. You want to know the honest answer? I don't know why we got fired. Have no idea. I can tell you that it wasn't him making a comment. Bleep that out, please. It wasn't him making that joke. It wasn't anything content-wise. It was just probably, I can speculate all I want. But That's in the past.
It
I'm
was
not
a good
bringing.
joke, though.
It was
a good
very
joke.
good.
It was a funny
If
joke.
if I got
was.
let go for that, I would have been
It
like,
was
you know
worth
what?
it. Mic
It
drop.
was worth it.
Went out on
Mic
top.
drop.
So we're not bringing it up again. We're not bringing up the station again. We're not bringing up that building again.
No.
We're moving past it and focusing on what we are doing because we own it. We're in control of it, and we can do what we want. And that actually, in a weird way, excites me.
Per.
Just putting this what is the per play that you're doing now?
You said it wrong. Redo.
Okay, do it.
Sleep. Per.
Okay, what is this a thing?
Yeah,
Elliot?
it's a thing.
I don't know.
You're on TikTok. Is this a thing?
No, it's something I do.
It's something you do.
I'm sure I got it from
It's like, you know, the
something.
new year, how people try to reinvent themselves. This
Yeah.
is her new
Oh,
reinventing.
okay.
I'm
herself.
sure.
I like it. This is a new
I'm
Jess.
sure I picked it
New
up
Jess.
on from something, but
Okay, I like it.
I think it's it's like it should be our slogan.
Sleep per.
The blank podcast. Sleep. Per.
Okay. All right. Well, then we'll get shirts with that made
I-
on there. With you going like this.
Don't you think? Right? Oh,
Producer?
Oh, is it from something? Look,
Is
producer.
It from the Middle East?
Look. What,
the Middle East?
what is it?
I'm pretty sure it's not from the Middle East.
Could be. It very much could be. We don't know.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
okay.
Where's it from?
I mean,
Oh.
it was very nice of him to pull up a very successful
Understanding
podcast in front of.
Per.
I think our podcast, Shoot to the Moon.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, love that. See?
I'm surprised porn sites haven't popped up because you put pussy in it. But you know,
Yeah,
Wait,
Look,
what it
he
is.
had
Good
to
job,
he had
Google.
to go through it.
editor, bleep out when I said pussy
Yeah,
in that time as well.
And that and
keeping
that time.
keeping a PG here.
Yeah. We don't want the word going out on our.
Editor, make that 3, please.
I'm sorry. 3
Look-
B's, please. Anyways, all right.
It technically means cat.
Okay.
Mm,
Yeah.
editor, bleep that out.
Yeah.
Her trying to correct me.
Now
Silence me.
we got to
a
do our
woman.
daily dose.
Yeesh.
Okay. Now, did you do the script that I asked you to do, Elliot?
I wrote a little jingle thing here.
Why don't I have it, dude?
Well, I wrote it this morning.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do it or?
Yeah, I mean, do you want to give me like a sounder or something?
Oh.
Okay, all right. Hang on. Let me see
Go,
where this
get
is,
into it.
Let me see where this is going.
Oh. Oh.
It's time for Daily Dose. We're scamming hoes to influencer bros. These people, they thirst. They thirst. They thirst to be the worst. Daily Dose time. Okay.
I like it. That was pretty good. I like it. It's pretty good.
Do me a solid and just save that so I never have to do it again.
I'm sorry, we're probably gonna have to do it again. So, anyways, go ahead and give me our daily dose story.
We
today.
go to Arizona, Tucson, Arizona.
Arizona.
There's
Arizona?
one of those things about the end. Arizona.
Got it. You guys haven't seen the show I referenced. That's okay.
What show is that?
It's What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, I've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
that.
It's like that's just how we
No,
speak
I
from
haven't.
Tucson, Arizona.
No, I've seen the
I've
movie.
Never seen
It's
that.
a great show.
It's funny.
I think
I've
that's-
seen clips. It's pretty funny.
I think I've gone through the whole season.
Are you
The whole
serious?
series, yeah. I mean, it's one of those shows you can just have on and you catch most of it,
Right.
and it's fun.
Well, we're gonna talk about TV on the internet coming up next, but go ahead and give me our daily
Yeah.
dose
So,
story.
an Arizona man, influencer, social media turd burglar.
Oh, so he's already the worst.
Yeah, exactly.
It's already the
hence,
worst.
Hence the new intro. Charles Smith. So he was going to go into his local Walmart in Mesa, and he was going to start pulling pranks when he changed his mind, and he decided to get some Hotshot Ultra Bedbug and Flea Killer, and just decided to then start spraying various items in the store. A lot of produce, like foods, meats,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Okay.
Because we're just goofing. We're just goofing here.
Yeah, it's just a prank, it's just funny.
According to court documents, he sprayed about a little under $1,000 worth of items at the Walmart, and he's being charged with introducing poison, Class 6 felony, criminal damage, Class 1 misdemeanor, endangerment, another misdemeanor, and then theft on top of it all.
What a
So he's
weirdo.
facing some serious charges, all for pranking.
It's for fun.
Okay, can I please?
I don't know.
Please.
Do it-
Okay, all these guys get slaps on the wrists.
Yeah.
When this happens, like they'll do some horrendous shit because a child could eat that.
Yes.
Right?
Someone needs to beat him up.
They could do some horrendous shit like this. They get slaps on the wrist. they don't get in real trouble. Like even the grade A assholes that are live streaming, starting fights, doing horrible, breaking the law, stealing cars, you know, and they're like, well, I did it for the internet for my job. And then like they don't get serious. Lock one of these assholes up for like 20 years. Like if my daughter almost died because some influencer was like, oh, we sprayed bug spray on what? And it's like a thumbnail with them like,
well, the thumbnail's probably like him behind like bars now. It's like, I got in trouble doing this. And then they'll have like then you'll have puppy eye thing. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, they should just do what Korea's doing right now.
Chuck him ass in prison?
Yeah, chuck his ass in prison. If they see him on the streets, beat his ass up.
Yeah, I like it.
I think I support that.
Dude, those guys,
they're not messing around.
They're beating the brakes off that boy.
Oh yeah. Well, that's kind of his bit.
Well,
he
I know.
Goes there, talks shit. He's like, no one's gonna do nothing. And then
it's like Johnny Salami or something.
Johnny Tsunami, isn't it?
Johnny, yeah,
Johnny
Salami.
Tsunami's Disney.
Oh,
He's
Something
like
like
Somali
that.
or something,
Yeah.
and he just gets.
He just goes there and talks shit, and then he goes to, well, the last few times he's gotten in some kind of trouble, he goes to Asian countries because he knows that if he goes anywhere else, you know, the polite cultures, he usually tries to take advantage of them because, especially Japan, people in Japan are very polite, courteous. So you think you can go around, talk a bunch of shit, nothing happens to you. As a matter of fact, when he did the same thing in Japan, it was like Americans and tourists from America that knew he was there that were whooping the crap out of him, right? But he went to
Korea.
South Korea,
Right.
Koreans did not accept. Well, they accepted his challenge, basically.
Right.
But he was inciting violence. So, yeah, they're throwing his ass in jail.
As they
good.
should.
Well,
as they should.
Not in jail, but in like prison.
Yeah.
You know.
as they should.
Side note, that just reminds me. Squid Games too.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Tonight?
Oh.
Tonight.
Ooh.
Yeah, Squid Game. 7
Ooh.
episodes. 7 episodes.
Period.
Squid Game season. Did you watch Squid Game?
I did.
Look at you.
Oh, look at
Well,
you.
I
wait.
did.
Did you watch it in Korean though?
No shot.
Oh.
No
No,
shot.
I watched. No, I
Boo.
watched
Boo,
the.
Jess.
I watched
You need to watch it in Korean.
Andrew.
Oh, Jessica.
Suck my dick.
Suck my dick.
Suck my dick.
Just suck my dick.
Okay, no. I watched Squid Games, the games. That's not what you're talking about.
Oh, wait, you didn't watch
She
the
watched
show?
the reality show, not the
Ah.
actual TV
Wait,
show.
was
it's
the
based
reality
off of.
show good?
It was so funny. There
I
was
heard
like
it was
there
good.
was like a mother son that was for sure having sex.
What?
Okay.
Like
They
in,
were
in
for
captivity?
sure dating. No, they were for sure like together. This mother son duo.
But
Wasn't-
they were
wasn't there,
mother
like-
and son?
They were mother and son, but they weren't for real. I'm exaggerating.
Oh,
but like
okay.
you know when you see like a mother and son sometimes, and it's like really weird.
Yeah, you're like, why are you
Yeah.
so close?
They made a
That
whole
was-
show
that
about
was
that.
them. Yes.
Dating
no.
a mama's boy.
Yeah,
That's like a
that
real
was
show.
them.
It's
That was them.
weird.
It was very uncomfortable, but that was also part of what I found to be very funny. So I liked it.
Didn't they say there was a lot of production problems?
Yeah,
with it?
they were like getting sued or something like that.
So, and we'll keep it with South Korea for a second because they have a show on Netflix, and it's like the Physical 100, and they get the top 100 athletes in the country to do various like Squid Game like things
Right.
and like challenges and stuff. It is awesome. If we had that with the U.S. of A., it would be such a cool show.
I know you were telling me about that.
Yeah,
that it was
like if you got like some of the best NFL, Olympian, NBA, hell, golfer, tennis players, MMA guys doing these various challenges, dude, you're telling me people wouldn't watch that?
No,
It'd be
I watch
si-
it.
And then like
I think-
winner goes like $1 million or whatever to their charity.
I think I saw something that The Rock was doing that was similar to that, like the concept, but it was just like
Well, he had like
Fell
his
off the
own
face
American
of-
Gladiators.
kind of, but it was like a similar thing where he took like top tier athletes from all over and pit them up against each other and things that they are not trained to do, something like that. Okay, now since we're on the topic of TV on the internet, TV on the internet. Wait, hold on.
Oh no, I had an idea for an intro. An
Oh,
idea
okay.
I don't have because it's all sounders.
Hold on,
so
here.
you need. No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
It's not like an actual jingle.
I just like playing that button.
It's a groovy tune. It's a groovy tune. No, I was gonna have Q playing the classic like movie countdown noise, that derp, derp, derp. And then you have some like old timey director saying like lights, camera, action, and then you have the band get announced like Now playing TV on the radio.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like
see?
it
Yeah,
too.
that's good.
All right, editor.
Because we never, editor, make that happen. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, because we never had a real intro. We would
Exactly.
just go TV
Yeah.
on the radio.
Yeah, but I feel like
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
nothing should be what it was.
yeah, I'm with you.
And I also
Yeah.
don't know if like there's legal, things.
Can I start?
Exactly my point. That's why
Exactly.
we're not. So if you're wondering where our intros are, I don't want to play anything that was previously played on the old show.
Exactly.
Don't want to do that because I don't want any excuse for anyone to be like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
you know. So let's talk about TV on the internet.
Can I start?
Yes.
Go for
Because
it.
you guys
Did you
said,
watch something?
You guys said The Rock, and it made me think of something I watched.
Did you watch Red One?
You did not watch Red
I
One.
did.
Oh my God.
That was the worst movie I have ever seen, ever.
$210 million.
What in the world did I watch? I was the whole time Stokes was going, whoa.
Is it even like? Well, is it so bad it's good, or
no,
is it just
it's
so
bad.
it's bad?
You guys didn't watch it?
No.
Oh my
I
god.
did myself a solid.
Yeah, no.
Worst
I love
movie.
myself too much.
Worst movie I've ever seen. Ever. And
They have a good
Ever.
cast. Chris Evans, The
No.
Rock.
Lucy Liu.
the second
Lucy Liu's in it?
second
Yeah, she
Silks
looks great.
was like, oh, Chris Evans, I'm all put it on. I love Chris Evans.
Right.
I'm all put it on right now. And then the whole time I'm thinking, this is the most ridiculous movie I've ever seen my whole life. 0 out of 10. 0
You would love
out of
Chris
10.
Evans in what is it, Glass Onions or
Oh yeah, it's
Knives Out?
Knives Out. Was
Kni-
he in Knives Out?
He was in
Glass
the first one.
Onion.
No, that's the
no,
second
he's
one.
in the
He's in the first one.
Knives Out, which is great.
It's like a detective. It's like a who
Is
did
it funny?
okay.
I'm not interested.
So wait, hold on. Ryan Johnson, who did the second sequel of the trilogy for Star Wars, right? He announced that, and I was like, okay, what's this all about? Knives Out
So
is
really fun.
excellent.
It's a really fun movie.
And it's a cool twist on like the Clue format of mystery, because you right off the bat you know what happened. You're like, how are they gonna make a mystery around this? And it's so clever.
Mhm.
And then Glass Onion, also excellent.
Didn't see it, but Daniel Craig.
my God, it's
Jamie
so
Lee,
good.
Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. Chris
I do
Evans in a
love her.
sweater. I mean, and he's looking.
Dude,
Okay, he is Daddy
you should
Central.
watch.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
think that you would
Love
actually
him.
like that. From a person that doesn't like movies, I think you'd actually like that because
Okay.
it keeps you engaged. Because
Yeah.
you're like,
Well,
what?
that's what I don't like.
Well, and there's
I
a
don't
lot-
want to be engaged.
Oh my God, Jess!
The
I
point
don't-
of a movie is to be engaged. You know,
well,
it's
you know,
fun.
I do want to be engaged, just not with a movie.
I want a ring, yo, but
if
like,
you want, actually,
I don't
another
like movies.
Netflix movie with Chris Evans, where if you just want to see him be like the perfect douchebag
The
villain,
Gray Man.
the Gray Man.
Oh.
Yeah.
That movie's just a good action flick, but him in particular, he's like the perfect cocky douche,
Right.
and he's got a great mustache.
Okay, I do love a mustache.
There you go.
Mm.
Putting you on game.
But I also watched another really awful movie.
What?
Ooh, please tell.
And I don't remember if it's called Dear Santa or Dear
Dear
Satan.
Satan.
I think
with
it's
Jack Black.
With Jack Black.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
So I've seen the previews for this, and so this kid writes to Santa,
But he has dyslexia.
so
so he summoned. So it sounds
That's
really funny.
That's a good setup.
so he like writes it to Satan instead.
Right.
And summons Jack Black, who is Satan.
Okay, that's funny.
It's not.
That
it's not.
sounds funny.
I could not wait to watch it. I couldn't wait to watch it. Horrible movie.
So funny because I keep seeing it on
Yeah.
somebody's Paramount Plus,
Oh yeah,
And,
that's definitely not me.
and I was like, should I watch it? I'm just, nah.
Don't.
I'm just,
Don't do
I'm
it.
gonna pull. Speaking of pulling the rug out under, I'm gonna feel bad for Elliot when I consolidate all of what I'm paying for because paid for all this shit. So like, I'm gonna like all of a sudden he's gonna be like, oh, Paramount Plus doesn't work anymore. Okay, what about my Hulu? Oh, Hulu don't work anymore
no,
either.
I definitely have my own Hulu.
Oh,
Just like how I definitely have my own Netflix, Disney Plus, and Peacock.
Yep.
and
Mhm.
Crunchyroll. It's definitely not.
Well, no, funny enough, I actually have it, and I just don't use my account
You want to know what's funny?
out of principle.
I also have Crunchyroll. Me.
There you
well,
go.
it's because Silks has it. Right?
No. Nope.
Why do you have it?
Because weird boyfriend
Oh yeah.
wanted me to get it.
You
and
just
I
never
did.
stopped
Well, you
it?
should just start using it. There's a lot of
No,
good
I
programming
have-
on that.
I
I'm like,
have
here, just
it.
go ahead and give me your login. So
If I can find it, I'll
we're
send
just
it
collecting
to you.
Crunchyroll accounts.
Yeah.
They're
Might as
just not
Well, they're
ours.
about to jump their price, too, in like April.
To what? What am I paying for? What am I paying for right now?
Probably
You're not
11
paying
bucks
for
a month.
anything.
Yeah, don't worry. Give me the login. Okay, So what'd you watch, Cams?
I've got a list. We're gonna start.
It's so much time.
No, I
I
did.
have so much time to watch so much stuff.
No, I did. I've watched. First, I'm going to start with Dr. Phil live in San Diego with Tony Hinchcliffe and Adam Devine. Devine? I always get it mixed up. I think it's Devine.
I think it's Devine.
So funny.
Yeah.
And Whitney Cummings made just a random appearance.
Oh, that's
They didn't
awesome.
like.
She's
they didn't,
funny.
Well,
She's funny.
she's really funny, and she's such a good talker. And funny enough, when we were getting our Uber, she like walked past us, and we were like, Whitney, and she was just like, "Yep, all right, let me keep going."
Yeah, that's who I am. Go f- yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Bye.
But I can't say it because I don't know if you'll get in trouble for spoiling anything. But when it gets released on like YouTube, if it even gets released, there was a lot of chants that you probably can't say with
Right.
with getting monetized on YouTube. So it was a blast. Watched Train to Busan. It's a zombie movie from Korea. Really good.
Yeah.
They got some good stuff going over there in Korea. I know we've been talking
I
about
know
Korea lately.
they're up in their game.
I watched Jurassic Park 1 and 3, which Jurassic Park 1 great. Jurassic 3, if you're just looking for dino kills, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Why'd you skip the second one?
Lost World.
well, and like
It's not
Lady
good?
James wanted to watch them, so I just started putting them on. The first one, I was like, God, this was a good movie. It's too bad it's such a stupid idea. And then 2, we were watching it, and I'm like, I'm watching it. And she's like, yeah, I'm over it. I want to watch the third one. It's like, the third one's worse. She's like, I know, but there's more dinosaurs. I was like, all right.
I love that that's like her favorite thing. Like that
Also,
makes me love her even more.
Me with
Like-
Twilight over the weekend
Oh.
when you were like, "Hey, call me," and I'm like, "I'm watching Twilight."
I'm
All right, so
watching
you did watch.
Twilight.
You watched something, okay?
I made Silks watch all the
So
Twilights.
I found out something funny
You
about.
liked it.
You
sure
don't
did,
even,
for sure
don't even
did.
front, dude.
So there's nothing funnier than like, because we did Christmas with Lady James' family on the 14th, and so we're talking about like the shows we've watched and stuff, and they're big into Survivor. Season 47, one of my favorite seasons in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Blew out 46, and it's so good. I don't know if you've caught up with it.
No, not yet.
You definitely should. So I won't spoil it. It is an awesome season of Survivor. But Lady Jams watches Married at First Sight. I don't
Oh
know if
my
you
God,
guys know this
love.
show.
Love.
So these people write in their applications of what they look for in a significant other, and then they get matched blindly into marriage. Right into it.
They
Like,
meet at the altar.
they meet at the altar.
What?
Right? Yeah.
Into a
Is this
legally
like a-
binding marriage.
So this is like another form of
Love is Blind.
yeah.
Ish.
But they're right into marriage, and they're like
Right.
learning how to be married and getting
like they
attracted
don't even
to one another.
get to know each other at all before. They know nothing. Zero. No, they don't know what they look like. Nothing.
Right. And at first you're thinking like, okay, some interesting concept. But you're like watching these people like ask for all these things, and then they ask for all these things, and then immediately hate these people.
Yeah.
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 And there's
that's pretty funny.
and
actually.
there's this one couple, and this guy who like he's a bro.
Mhm.
You know, always been athletic his whole life. I think he's from like an Islander background. I could be wrong. But he's a big family guy. He's great at communicating. He's all these things. The only thing is he still lives at home because he likes being so close to his family.
Mm.
Very family-oriented guy. And he says, like, I could afford moving out. Her one bugaboo is that he lives at home, so she's, like, hated him ever since.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's, like, the one thing. And so, like,
They got married and he's not moving out?
not yet. Like, they're, like, learning how to live with each
Oh,
other.
that's
And
smart.
But is
They got
she-
married without knowing each other. Learning how to live with each other, refuses to
Look,
move out.
you're
of his parents'
signing
house.
up for a show where you're married on the first day.
Yeah.
Odds are you're not making the best decisions.
Okay,
right?
but is she living in his parents' house with him?
No.
Oh,
They're still
okay.
they still haven't moved in together. They're still like learning how
Got
to
it.
like.
Got it.
They did the whole honeymoon thing where she just like wouldn't speak to him because she hates him so much, and he's like trying to get to know her, and she just is so closed off. But there's this other couple where this girl's like a fitness chick, and then there's this dude who's like not a fit. I wouldn't say he's unfit. He's
Right.
just a normal guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Just like a normal
Normal guy.
7 out
but-
of 10 dude.
But
just wanting to watch the game and drink a couple of Coors.
right.
That's
And
it.
so like he's like, yeah, I could get back into fitness and stuff like that. But she's like, you need to be a man essentially. And he's just like, well, I don't want to, do anything that would make you upset and everything. It's like, oh my God, it is so insufferable. But the funniest thing about this show is we're talking to Lady Jam's parents, And her dad, of all people, is so invested in this show.
Really?
He loves it. And he loves just like calling people out on being like dumbasses. And it's like, okay, I love watching it with her. Well, I mean, I love not watching with her.
Right.
I need to just experiment sitting
With
down and
him.
watching it with him.
I know, dude. It's like when my dad got really into the Real Housewives of Orange County.
Oh
and
my
the very-
God.
my
Mhm.
dad.
Slay.
I mean,
Yes.
it's more so to point out like the absurdity of what's going on.
Sure.
Mhm.
Right? Me and Sarah were watching. To be honest, I haven't really watched much in the past couple of weeks. I've been too busy.
I've got you covered. I've got a whole
Yeah.
damn document.
Yeah. So we were watching an ABC 30 thing about Luigi Mangione,
Mm.
which
The manhunt.
yeah, we'll talk about that next episode, officially on our first
Yeah,
episode.
Mario Party about to be crazy
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Mm,
But
mm.
long story short, I think there's a crucial thing that everyone is missing when they're talking about this, because I hear a lot of people saying, now, I'm going to say it once again, I don't think vigilante justice or killing anyone is the way to handle any situation.
Right.
However, I'm also a realist, and I understand. And this is where people are getting it wrong. Like the pundits, the people that are taking their hot takes. Everyone's sexualizing this guy. Check yourself, Jess.
Sorry,
You
he's
know,
hot.
Okay.
I
Check
don't
yourself.
find it hot that he killed
Right.
somebody. I find
Probably
him.
a little bit. Probably a little bit.
No! Oh my God.
Just a little bit that he's like dangerous. You know what I mean?
As I'm dating the least dangerous man of all time.
Hey, he can legally screw someone really easily.
Okay, that's fair. I have
That's
said
true.
that I'd like to sit in on one of his hearings where he'd say like, "You done?" and I'd be like, "Okay, Daddy,
Daddy.
I get it."
So-
Snap, snap.
So, sexualizing him, weird. But also,
He's just hot.
saying what he did was great, also weird.
Weird. That is weird. Yes.
But here's the main thing everyone is missing, okay? When people are saying, like, he shouldn't have done that, you should have gone through the proper channels, got your politicians to change policy, da-da-da-da-da, that's impossible.
Yeah.
That is impossible for us. They, the biggest investment firms that have a piece of United Health own judges, they own politicians, they own news stations, so they can shape what your opinion is. They can dodge all legal responsibility of any kind. Nothing will ever happen. Nothing will ever change. And then all of a sudden, there's a lot of people talking very publicly about what's going on. And I understand, but I've never been so conflicted
Mm-hmm.
because what he did was not okay. But what we've done also not okay, because I can see both sides.
Yeah.
And I know when people are like, oh, both sides of the story, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no. Yeah, he killed the dude. Not good. But I almost guarantee you that that guy's policies underneath his control killed thousands
Right.
of people. Right?
Yeah.
So blood on both of their hands? I don't know. So all I'm going to do is this.
Not my business.
Eat my popcorn.
Yep.
That's all I got for that. Give me a couple more shows real quick.
Let's see. Watch Smile 2. Smile 2 is a horror movie.
Not Smile 1. Oh, wait,
Well-
Smile 2.
Yeah, still smiling. I don't know.
Smiles.
Smile too. Still smiling.
Dumb movie. Very dumb. And like it's beautifully shot. It's interesting up until it's not.
Mhm.
And so like the whole point of like for me a horror movie has to have like I don't want to say consequence, but choices have to matter.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And at some point in the back end of the movie, choices don't mean anything.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like, well, that feels like a waste. Let's see. Dawn to Dawn season 1 ended.
okay. I need to get caught up on that.
Probably for me, anime of the year.
Nah.
I don't-
Really?
I just don't think this year had
Really
whole
good.
lot.
Yeah.
and all the stuff that did. It'll get pushed to next year. Like this will probably get pushed to next year's awards because it's in
Well, and they're already talking about the follow-up.
season
So,
2. Season 2's in
2,
July.
It's already, in July.
Mhm.
And then you got me all on the hype train for JJK. Did
Yeah.
you see that they released like a new ending?
No,
Like an
an
extended
epilogue.
ending?
Well, My Hero did that, and then so it gives fans closure, and then they did it with JJK, an epilogue.
So do you think that that's going to be a preview to continuing the story?
No, because from like the letters Gege's written towards fans,
Mhm.
he's
It
fried.
seems very
He's
final.
fried.
Yeah.
He's burnt out. He's fried.
Yeah.
I think I think it's done.
I think.
And I think he should let it be done. Like,
well, the ending was kind of weak.
No, it was, but I think an epilogue always helps. And I just think if you're done with the story, just let it go. Because you're not going to bring that same passion to the same thing.
Yeah, it's true.
So just move on. And that's okay.
Right.
Let's see. What We Do in the Shadows. I binged all of that. And then I had Nate Bargatze, stand-up comic. He just released something on Netflix, really funny. Your friend, Nate Bargatze. And then I fell back into Kitchen Nightmares, like the OG stuff.
Yeah.
Where he just really was an ass.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
But
I love that it's not censored too. That you can get the uncensored versions of Kitchen Nightmares.
Freshest thing in this kitchen is that pigeon. Just like pigeon floating around, how a pigeon gets in. But I'm gonna end on this one. It's Enigma, the 3-episode Aaron Rodgers documentary.
Oh yeah.
Where like it shows him doing ayahuasca.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. And like he goes.
Is he tripping balls? Like
he's got one line in this. And the problem I have with Aaron Rodgers, it's not necessarily a problem because I'm a Packer fan, so I appreciate everything he did. How he like had to basically train himself because Favre didn't want to do it. How his story came up to be, all interesting, right? And then you get some of the like he's kind of into himself thing, and like how his brother was on The Bachelorette and like won, which is crazy. But it shows him doing ayahuasca. And like going into this darkness tent, and like they put these coals in it, and so you're basically getting hotboxed into this tent. And so after like 5 hours of being in this hotbox tent with like 4 other people, just how like exhausted and how tripped out they are.
Yeah,
he's got this line, and it's so funny because he's like strumming a guitar. It's the most broy thing because he's a Chico guy.
He's all sitting there just all.
Well, dude, he
singing Dave Matthews.
Well,
satellite.
No, but when you really think about it, he is a bro. He grew up in Chico. He went to Berkeley. Like he is just a bro's bro in a sense, just doing ayahuasca. He's like, if you think about it, butterflies and caterpillars aren't two different things. A caterpillar just grew wings. So your life as a caterpillar changes because you grew wings, and you're like, is this all about? And I'm like, dude, that's the highest. I was like, that's the highest thing I think I've ever heard somebody say. Yeah. And it's the best part of the documentary.
I love it. I
kind of want to watch it now.
I do
honestly,
too.
I love the Beckham documentary. I love that one.
Your opinion,
vibe, or?
Your opinion will not change on Aaron Rodgers. Whether you hate him, whether you love him, or you're like me, you're somewhere in between.
I don't hate Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers has so much money and he's so popular that you kind of get high on your own supply. I think what's annoying to me about Aaron Rodgers is that he's just so into himself that I'm like, buddy, do you need to be this into yourself to figure yourself out? Like, I know what I'm about. You know, it's not. Do you need to go on spiritual journeys all the time? Like,
and I don't
do your fucking job. You know,
and I don't even necessarily care if you want to do ayahuasca. Do ayahuasca, brother. I think that's kind of more interesting because a lot of people don't know. My thing is, whenever you see, because I follow sports radio, sports talk shows, every Aaron Rodgers thing is about Aaron Rodgers, the person.
Right.
And it's like, I get it. You had a crappy season. The Jets suck. His numbers are okay, but the Jets still suck, and he hasn't been clutch, and, you know, the Jets are just a disaster anyway. Like, focus more so on the sports aspect.
Right.
I don't need to hear why you don't like Aaron Rodgers.
Right, no, I feel that.
And it's just, like, it's exhausting.
Yeah.
But, I've watched a good amount of stuff, and I have one thing I'm looking forward to watching, though.
What?
Sonic 3.
Because your drunk movies are back, Elliot? Is that
so I ask for one gift every year, and it's movie tickets.
Yeah,
I love movies. I love going to the movies and lasagna,
which I came through on.
I very much appreciate it.
Took me 5 years to make him that goddamn lasagna. You better enjoy that.
No, I am. I'm probably gonna have it for 5 days straight. But there's nothing better than going to a movie you know you can kind of throw away.
Right.
Like you go into it knowing you're just going to be entertained or turn your brain off. And like the way fans have been reacting to Sonic, how it's got such a great response from critics and fans. They gave Shadow a gun.
That's what everyone was looking for.
They gave him a motorcycle and a gun. So you just know this poor girl's probably going to get shot in this movie.
Oh, my God.
And on top of all that, like I've been itching to see go to a movie just drunk.
Right.
Last time I did it, I think it was...
What did you see? You saw something drunk like recently, right? Like a couple months ago?
No, I didn't see Alien drunk. I actually saw that sober, which
Did you see Furiosa drunk?
I did. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I got blasted for that, and it was
Right.
probably my favorite movie of the year.
That sounds like torture. Getting drunk
Yeah.
and sitting in a
It's-
movie sounds horrid.
It's so much fun though, because let's say you're going to see a movie you know is a throwaway movie,
Right.
like Godzilla vs Kong. You're going just to watch giant monsters fight. So why not just be
Get a
drunk
little, yeah, get a
and
little
just be like, dude, that was
drunk.
crazy. Like Mad Max. I love Mad Max. Those two movies with a couple of cocktails in your system, when you're watching cars crash and shotguns getting blasted, and it's all one long continued shot, you're like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
I think it would be cooler if you could drink while you're watching the movie.
You
Like
do.
getting
Yes.
smashed and then sitting there for 2
Drew,
hours
I
sounds
would
like
fall
Well,
torture.
asleep.
hang on.
I'd
No,
fall
Drew.
Yeah.
asleep.
Well, here's what you do, okay?
Okay.
You pregame a
Oh,
little
okay.
bit with a couple
All
of 99 bananas.
Uh-huh.
And then, you may or may not buy like a Coke
Uh-huh.
or whatever soda.
Big soda.
Yeah.
Big sody.
And then you just
Sneak a
you
couple more in there.
you just drop one of those in there. And
Yeah.
all of a
One?
sudden, or
S-
3. you
Yeah,
know,
3.
whatever.
Yeah.
And all of a
99
sudden,
bananas and a Coke?
Oh yeah. That would be good.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's some good drinking
it's
right
like
there.
a cherry Coke.
Oh, dude. The 99 bananas is so dangerous for an alcoholic like me. Like I remember we used to get bottles of it and I would drink that like it was
And
just
they're
water.
They're literally 99 cents. For like
Yeah.
$3, you're wicked hammered.
You're wasted
And
off
you're
like
watching-
3 or 4 of them.
and you're watching a fun movie. Like
Yeah.
it's a great
That
time. More
sounds
people need to go to the movies
horrid.
drunk.
I like it.
Yeah.
That is the motto we're living by. Now, let's talk about who's better than us. Now, I want to say this. Everyone that has come through and has supported us,
Yes.
that have given us kind words, that have felt like they were defending us, but please stop doing that. All of everyone around us and the people that are working with us to get this product out to you, you're all better than us. I got a phone call Monday from someone that wants to potentially sponsor our podcast. They're better than us today.
Yes, they
Cool,
are.
cool.
Because
Cool,
there
cool,
are
cool.
people out there that want to support us in doing what we're doing. You will have a chance to support us. So if you want to have regular content, this is the way we're going to have to do it. But we are willing to do it. And I want to thank everyone who has listened and been there, been with us through the years that, exposed their kids to us and everyone in between. Thank you so very much. We're going to have a lot of details coming to you in the near future. Now, what's coming next, right? That's the question.
Yeah.
Because this is episode 0. Burp. We are saying goodbye to the Drew Show. It's gone. It's done. Podcast is next. Or podcast. Bleepy bleepy, please. That is next. We're going to have episode 1 coming very, very soon. We're going to have consistent release schedules for you. And we will have that appointment scheduled listening like we have before. It's just going to be a little bit different, right? You can listen to us throughout the week. Whatever our plans are, you will be well informed. And again, it takes a team of people to do this. Team
Yeah.
of people to do this. So if you want more content more regularly, you want our show regularly, well, then we need funds to do that. And there's ways to help us monetize this without directly giving us money. We will have opportunity for that, sharing, liking, subbing to either a Twitch channel or just free subbing to our YouTube to help the algorithm catch us on and put us out there. But we'll go over all of that next time. All right.
On Dragon Ball
Z. And hopefully by then we'll have our intros up, produced, ready to go. So it'll be more professional. This was kind of just a, hey, let's test out the equipment.
Speak
let's
for
get out
yourself.
there.
That Daily Dose intro was professional.
It
Great.
It was really good.
It was
Editor,
great.
save that and just copy and paste.
No, it was really good. It was really good. Elliot, it was good.
It was amazing.
I know.
You're good.
Everything I do is great.
Mhm.
Jess, you're good too.
Oh, thank you, Pookie.
And I've got to say, I'm going to get emotional right now because I really missed it. I missed it a lot.
it's been weird.
Yeah.
It's been very weird.
I'm gonna get all fucked up, so I'm gonna have to end this.
Yeah,
Why
you
are
are.
you gonna
He's getting all
cry?
chokey wokey.
Why?
Ugh.
That's right. He's getting
Well,
chokey and wokey.
Because I missed you.
It's been hard. You get used to seeing people every single
You
day.
weren't just my coworkers. You were
Yeah.
people. You're people that I love, and not being able to see you and do this, it's weirdly intertwined with all of what we do: the friendship, the product, the media outlet.
Maybe it was never
know.
the show. Maybe it was the friends we made along the way.
It was you asshole.
No, we're
What
a
I-
family.
what-
We're a family.
We're
It's-
Olive Garden.
I love doing this, and I specifically love doing this with you guys. So, like, to be able to come back and do this again means a lot. The fact that in 3 weeks' time we crack together something that is allowing us to do this in potentially a bigger way, because we have big plans for the future, and we want you to be there. So, thank you both. Elliot, where can people find you?
At home. Or don't. Actually, don't. That's weird. Don't come to my
go
home.
to his home.
Don't go to my home.
He's already said that he's done with social media, so thanks for that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm not done with it. I'm just.
Taking a break.
It's not even necessarily. I'm just checking it maybe once a day.
Okay.
I live
that's-
there.
Okay.
On the
If
ground.
honest to God, if you wanted to really find me, I'm on Twitter more than I'm on anything, and it's
Okay.
just for liking and reposting and following Gator Daily.
Okay. Gata Daily.
Yeah, they're the
Mhm.
guys that do the. This is the one time I'm gonna cuss, but bleep it anyway. They're the ones who do the Flat Fridays.
You said earlier, by the way.
All right, so just bleep out the whole show. You know what? Just do one
Let's do
3
one
hour
more. Let's-
bleep.
yeah,
You know,
let's
do
just-
one 3 hour
The
bleep.
whole time. Beep.
Elliot Jams 13 is his Instagram handle. You could go find him. He's on once a day now.
You better catch him at the right time.
Yeah, Jess, where can people find you?
At Jess Schmidt Hair, 2 S's, not 3.
And you will notice some changes with the social media accounts happening when episode 1 drops. You're going to see what we are going to be moving forward. In the meantime, The Drew Show 559 is where you can find us on all social media platforms. Go find us, like us, love us. And thank you very much for consuming our episode 0 of the podcast. Bleep that, please.
Consuming
Bleep
just
that.
sounds raunchy.
Consume it. Yum, 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 yum. You know, get all
Share
up
it.
in there.
Share it. Share it with your friends, your family.
Put
Spread
your
the
wiener
word.
in it.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. Put
it
your
getting
wiener
s-
in
why
it.
is it
Put your
getting-
wiener in it.
You're getting so weirdly horny about this.
Putting your wiener in the podcast?
That means you love it, Elliot.
yeah.
That's why
horny.
you put your wiener
I
in
put
it.
my wiener in things that I love.
That's horny.
Anyways, with that being said, it's time to say goodbye. How many days not on terrestrial radio, Elliot?
1?
1! We are officially 1 day, 1 episode not on terrestrial radio. Until then, gotta go. Love you. Bye.